Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. A hazy shade of winter. Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter.
Who wants to do the recap?
Oh yeah, I said I could do it. All right, so the beginning of last session starts with a little, cinematic scene as we've been doing lately. The Shield Guardian stares at the evening's aurora as nighttime washes over Icewind Dale, and the camera focuses in on its body, and you can see that it basically has like a self-healing function. So we kind of just learned that as a little detail as the audience, you could say. But then the session starts in earnest with Gabar busting out that like dwarven scroll that we found in the sanctuary, and he tries to identify it. Eventually, he discovers it's a Shadow of Moyle spell, and Valin seems kind of interested in it. And then Gabar, I believe, makes a deal with Valin for like parchment to trade the scroll for, and then yeah, so. We decide not to put up the tent that night. We're still in this little hole with Tariq at this point. And so we have a little scene with Sapphira looking at the Jihad Kala, and then we kind of start the watches of the night. Let's see, there were some little scenes that occurred. Big Smile and Gabar kind of have like a heart-to-heart, and then they actually see Tariq actually finally take off his mask, and he's got like all these scars on his face and stuff. And then eventually Tariq goes to bed, and V and Illiken take watch. And there's another little role-playing scene. V notices that Illiken's like kind of on edge. He's been like sleeping in his hybrid form. And Illiken talks about how the Remor has really like make him feel powerless and in awe at, the nature of the landscape and just the unstoppable forces out there. And then they kind of talk a little bit more, but that was the main gist of it. Then Sapphira, I think, talks with the Jihad Kala a little bit, but we like hand waved it. But it's like implied that she did that. She's kind of building some kind of connection. She's interested with the spirit inside. Then we have this little scene with Quintus pacing, and he thinks he hears a clatter of chains, but it must be his imagination hearing things in the wind. But anyway, then we wake up on the next day, the 16th. Tariq is, of course, the first to rise, and all of his stuff basically he piles on his back, like everything, which seems to be which we will eventually learn is a very normal for the Regheads. And let's see. Valin goes to animate the dogs, but then Tariq insists that we walk, and this is where that idea of like how the Regheads travel gets developed. They have this very distinct way of traveling, where they walk very weird, almost like a dance. And we travel for a time with Tariq kind of guiding us. And let's see. He's trying to teach everyone the walking patterns. He moves very fast, we notice. And near the end of the day, we see a rock formation, kind of like Pride Rock from The Lion King. and we see firelights, and this is when we start kind of realizing that this is our destination. This is the Reghead camp that we set out for, and that Tariq has an interest in. V starts reading Tariq's mind, and Tariq basically is thinking to himself, like, they better not fuck this up. Like, this is really important for me. And then V decides to reach out to his mind to talk to him, because it's basically the best way we can communicate with this guy. Like, one of his disfigurements is that he doesn't have a tongue, so we learned he literally cannot speak. And he's reluctant, but he does speak to V. And then we just push on. We get ambushed by Regheads, because of course they knew we were coming. And Tariq kind of negotiates with him, and then basically we get told to go to the Dalim, the ruler. And then we continue to follow Tariq. And my notes are very dense here, but I'll try to summarize. Basically, we go to the camp. We immediately notice that a lot of the people in this camp really don't like Tariq. They spit on him and all this. And we meet this warrior named Amar Khan, big dude. And he essentially leads us to the Dalim, their leader, this guy named Phasian. And Amar and Phasian speak pretty good common, actually. And we really start to get immersed in the Reghead culture, as Phasian basically asks us, we brought someone who was exiled from another clan, a disgraced person, and now we want his help finding the Isle of Solstice, right? He's like, what's in this for me? And we don't respect you. We don't know who you are. This is almost disrespectful that you even came here. And so basically we have to prove ourselves to Phasian. So the there's this little scene where Tariq takes off his mask and everyone sees his deformities, but then that stuff we already knew. And then eventually it is decided that in order to prove ourselves, just so we can stay the night, so one of us has to duel a strong warrior from the Regheads, and the warrior that's chosen by Phasian is Amar. So Amar is going to be the duelist on the side of the Regheads, and then we end up choosing Sapphira, right? So there's this cool little duel scene with Sapphira and Amar in the central bonfire part of town where everyone seems to gather at from time to time. And they duel with Kindyals, and that's it. They're not allowed to use anything else. And it's a hard-fought battle, but Sapphira eventually comes out on top. Gotta give credit to Sapphira, even though Carl's not here. And I hope you hear this, Carl. You did a great job, and so, but that was clutch, because that, Sapphira must have been the right pick, and that got us in their good graces for now. However, we quickly learned that, if we want to really gain their respect and get any true help from them and a true audience with Phasian, we need to prove ourselves further, not just through combat, but also by basically going on this long march with them. 14 hours straight, starting at dawn. So literally the next day. So we start kind of taking this information in and then preparing, but then we have a little free time. So we all start wandering the town. There's a few things that happen, Illikin and V asked Tariq how he knew these people were here, and Tariq basically said that he saw them migrating when he was hiding out near the sanctuary. They passed near it. And then Sapphira and Amar kind of have a little conversation, and they kind of build rapport a little bit, so to speak. And Quintus asks around and has a particular conversation with an elder man who basically tells them how the herd of reindeer they've been following is beginning to starve. So these people are struggling. Actually, the endless night does seem to have an effect on these people. So maybe we can convince them that, they should team up with us to stop the endless night, to put it simply. And then there's a little scene with Big Smile and Gabar. Gabar is just scribbling stuff, and Big Smile's helping out with this old lady who's teaching, giving fighting lessons essentially, and a few other elders. They're teaching the younger Regheads how to fight. And then let's see here. Yeah, there's a few other conversations between the characters, mostly just regarding concerns. Like V and Quintus talk about how V, might get really exhausted during this trip. And then we go to Ashara, which is like this ritual dinner. And everyone eats together, but this is a very rare occurrence. People usually need to fend for their own food. And then after dinner, Amar approaches us and says that we need to see someone called the Sahir. And we know from earlier conversations that Sahir is like their term for like a magic user, basically. They're not familiar with magic, so they don't have many words for magic. Sahir is kind of all-encompassing noun. And so we are led to this, basically the second fanciest, or arguably the fanciest, like structure in the camp. And, you know, it's this nice little tent with lots of cushions. And at the end is sitting this blind woman who is the Sahir, basically, and she's kind of like the town sage, you know, so to speak. She divines, and she basically tells us of this vision, how she saw herself in like this dark and icy cavern. There was a great glowing orb shining with brilliance that rivaled the sun, but there's a horned owl, like a covetous horned owl, and also like a disembodied figure, which may be some kind of reghead spirit. We did hear rumors of some reghead who might be engaging in dark arts. And basically, we, the party, a future version of us, go and defeat these villains, essentially, who are preventing the orb from shining its essence of life, hope, and renewal, I have written here. And then basically she wants to guide us to our destiny, but we need to complete this march first. So it really all comes back to the march. And yeah, at the end of the night, Valin sets up her tiny hut, and we basically just hunker down and get ready for the long march ahead for this session.
That's right. So, before I like open up in earnest, is there anything that you guys wanted to do or discuss in the tiny hut before the trek? Or because I can open up on that, or I can open up the morning of the trek. It's up to you guys.
Nothing for me.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I feel like we got everything last week.
Just want to make sure, because I kind of was like, all right, let's move on from that. All right. So it's because we blew through the break last time. So notes here. So it's morning, right? But the sky's still dark. The aurora has just sort of faded away, right? And we can see the whole camp is mobile, right? Everyone's actively moving tents, folding up stuff, and they're doing it with a not quick, but it's mostly like consistent. They're moving steady. So the whole camp is breaking down quickly, and there's kids, you know, young kids that are helping pack up stuff. I mean, everybody in this whole camp is doing their fair share to pack up the camp. And similar to Tariq, they just wear everything on their back, or there are sleds that they pull by hand, that they load up some of the heavier things like the bigger tents and stuff. Even the Dalim Fazian, the sort of chief king himself, is packing up bags and preparing himself to sort of lead this trek. Him and Amar and some of the tribe's sort of hunters are going to lead the way. The only person out of everyone in the camp, including the elderlies and children and women and all this stuff, the only person that's actually not walking is the Sahir. And you notice her very briefly because she has a burqa on, right? So you can't even like see her face or any skin on her whole body except for like right around her eyes. She is quickly like sequestered into like a palanquin or like a sedan chair, a litter, and there are 4 reggads that sort of pick her up and begin to carry her little chair thing that she's sort of resting inside of. Other than that, you guys sort of pack up your stuff. I'm assuming that you're gonna just load up all the dead dogs and your gear onto your sleds and have. I think we discussed having the Shield Guardian drag 2 of them, and we're gonna rotate for who has to drag the other sled.
Yeah. And like I could start in the bear form.
Okay. So that is where we sort of begin, as we can sort of see you guys packing up your shit. Turning to before we begin this arduous journey. You know that you have a 12-hour journey ahead of you with no breaks. Maybe a couple of very minor rests to water.
Quintus is complaining to himself in Infernal, so the Redguards can't understand him.
Sure. Amar will sort of approach the group of you. He will say, "Are you ready?"
Suppose so. Don't really seem like the type to wait for stragglers.
We do not. We must try your best to keep pace.
That we will.
He'll like sort of give Sapphira a nod, like you know what to do, kind of thing. Like that we discussed before. They sort of developed a bit of a rapport, and he will say one last thing. Remember what I taught you yesterday. And he does the sort of step, 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 side step, 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 side step, sort of show, remind everyone. We'll leave, and we will begin in earnest. As you see, Fazian sort of announce something in the Bothi language to the rest of the tribe, and they all sort of strap their bags on. They begin to march. Are you guys coming along?
Yep.
So where do you want to sit in this pack of, let's say, 25 Regads?
Maybe the middle, give us some leeway when we start lagging.
The middle?
I was actually gonna say the front for that exact reason, but I can do middle if we don't want to lead the way.
Okay. So you guys sort of get in the middle, and you notice pretty quickly within the first 10 to 15 minutes that they are walking in a completely straight line. Every single Reged. They walk in a single file line. Maybe a child or two stands next to their adults, or you know, someone helps an elder, right? But they mostly walk in one straight line. So there's 20 people, looks like a school kid children lined up from a distance, walking in the snow. And we get that sort of scene where you can see the hill covered in snow, and we follow the single file footsteps that lead up to the line of Reged people. I pull you guys over to a map. Alrighty. So we have a 12-hour journey ahead of us. And it appears, those of you with a decent survival skill, that they are heading almost directly west. Like almost cardinal west. You think that they probably are supposed to be going directly west, but they don't use compass or anything like that. They're sort of like Illican, where they just sort of use the stars and the alignment of everything, the trees and the mountains and everything, to sort of just eyeball west, and then that's how they're heading. So here's what we're gonna do. For the first 8 hours. Oh, well, let me describe this. So the Regheads move at a pretty fast pace. If they were traveling through the tundra, they would be traveling at a fast pace, right? So there's penalties and stuff for that as well. But for right now, you can those with good survival can tell that you're traveling a slightly less than 1 mile per hour through the snow. So it is fairly draining for some of you to just steady walk that. Maybe after the first hour, it's not so bad, but once you start heading into the second, third hour, it's nearly impossible. That's another thing. Does everybody have snowshoes? If
Yeah,
you
we
do
didn't
not
make
have,
it this far without him.
if you didn't have snowshoes, you will be provided snowshoes by the Regeds, who have ones made of deer antlers and twine and stuff that they have like roped together. Okay. So after about an hour of trekking like this, you start to notice that the wind has picked up and it's blowing against you. Perhaps not a blizzard, but it is definitely coming against you. And after that first hour, I'm going to see if there's any random encounters. They're sort of random. Okay. Oh, wait, that was the wrong kind of dice. Perfect.
What do we got?
After you guys walk for a little while, you notice it says a treacherous rock shelf. I don't know what that means. Let's just say you're like, remember how I said you were going up a hill for a little while? Well, like the NPC guy in the Dungeons and Dragons movie, they don't want to have to go all the way around this sort of large cliff face, that sort of drops off and then continues on further. And it's wide enough that you'd have to go all the way around it. So every single one of these Reged tie up. They have like a makeshift pittons and rope and shit, and they'll take their sleds and start lowering down their sleds, and some of the gear, loading down the gear, and these Reged will just quickly and carefully climb down the side of the bridge. Even the old people, the elderliest woman that they have with her, climbs right down the side of this cliff face. Some, stumble, maybe one falls and gets slightly injured, but nobody's like deathly hurt or anything. But it gets to you guys, and you guys got to climb down now. How do you want to do this?
No problem.
Sleds.
Yeah, you do have sleds.
I'm happy to jump down first if you guys want to tilt the sleds down to me and I can help corral it on this end. How far is this, gap?
It says 1d4 times 5 feet.
We
2
have
times
broken
5. Oh, it's
pitons,
only 10
right?
feet.
10 feet, okay. I mean,
It's not very
that's-
far. Not very far at all.
That's the drop down, or
Yeah, that's the drop down. I'll say I don't like that number. I'm gonna say it's 15. It's like a second story building, a little shorter than that.
Still manageable. Can if we want to go down first as the two tall guys and start to collect the sleds as they come down.
maybe we work smarter, not harder. Big guy. Well, I'll turn to Valen. Can he lift a sled?
The shield guardian will drag up one of the sleds without even Valen turns to it and says, "Shield guardian," and the shield guardian, without even being told, just grabs onto one of the sleds with a bunch of dead dogs on it, hugs it to his chest so all the dead dogs stay on it, and he just jumps off the side of the fucking cliff.
Oh, I was gonna
Okay.
cast fly on
And
him,
he
but that works.
kablam, lands on the ground, right? And all the Regeds that were climbing down and shit, rubble falls off, and they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck," And he sort of sets the sled down and looks up at the group of you, like almost expectantly, or like,
Send
like,
the
did I
next
do a
one
good
down.
job?
Yep. If he's down there, yeah.
He is tall enough to probably be able to reach a little high, and then you guys can sort of finagle the sleds. So I'm not too concerned about the sleds. I think because
Okay.
he's big
Okay.
enough, he can just sort of
All right, yeah.
help you guys, because he's
Problem.
almost 10 foot tall himself.
Yeah, he's a large creature, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
huge. Yeah.
Problem solved.
But what about the rest of you guys? You gonna try to climb down?
Yeah, so it's only 15 feet, so
Yep.
I feel like Gabar would begin to vortex warp and then remember what Sahir said and be like, fuck. And instead, I'll just cast Alter Self on myself so I grow claws to try to help grab into the crevices a little
No
harder.
check needed. You easily climb down. That is sick as fuck.
I think I even grow a second hand for a little while.
That's crazy. That must be a weird feeling. Does it grow above the gun.
It morphs around it. Like, so it's like, like when a tree has like a
Oh, and it
piece of
grows
garbage
around
into
it.
it too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, so you can
Ugh.
see the claw, but like
Ugh.
you see like bits of the gun hanging out and
That's
shit.
gross.
I like how the mind flare, the tubes and shit coming out of them.
Yeah, it's pretty, so, V might get some pretty gnarly
Flashbacks.
flashbacks from seeing this, but
All right. So no check necessary. Everybody else?
Sapphira has a climbing kit, if that'll be useful.
Sure. While everybody's setting up the sleds, Sapphira can be setting up the climbing kit, and she'll probably need assistance with that. don't
Yeah,
know
I can
how
help
well-
with that.
I don't know how well she knows how to set up a climbing kit, but
All
sure,
right.
she can get assisted with that.
I'll
And-
point. You use the hammer.
Yeah, and so you guys set up the climbing kit, no problem. There's this takes a while with the Regates too. They also set up climbing gear and stuff to get down. So you guys set it up. So whoever wants to climb down has advantage on a athletics check or acrobatics, I guess.
All right.
At acrobatics?
Yeah. V, do you have your sheet, or you want me to roll for you?
I don't have it, yeah, but I would definitely rather do acrobatics.
Yeah, you can do acrobatics. So you can have advantage. All right. So V, the weakling, tries to get down. Have advantage. Did that roll too? Nope. But you definitely make it.
Nice.
You got a 21, V. So surprisingly spry. You climb down with the climber's kit. Who's next? Oh, great.
Oh,
Like the shield guardian, just
I'll make a dex save for the shield guardian and see if he can catch her. He is not very quick. Say 10. Nope. So Sapphira, you fall. Or Sapphira stand-in falls. And you take, what would I say, 15? So what is that? 2d6?
2d6.
A 1d6.
2.
It's 2. No, it's 2 for every 10, right?
yeah,
We'll
it's
just say
1d6 per
Yeah,
10 feet.
no, you're
So
right.
your call.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2. So you take 5 points of falling damage, Sapphira.
I'll try and make my way next.
Okay. That's easily enough. Valen.
They make it a different font.
They did, yeah, the
Yeah.
rules.
Just looking at that, yeah, feels wrong.
It's feel weird. Okay. Valen is better at dexterity. Yep, she makes it down.
Big Small will just jump off and slide down the rock face and kick off.
Yeah, and you do really cool monk stuff and land on your feet.
3-point superhero stance at the bottom.
Perfect. All we have left is Illican, I think, right? Valen went.
I did mine.
You did? Okay, so then everybody makes their way down. Sonar will float down easily enough. So that's that for that random encounter. All right. And that was your second hour. All right. Now we move on to the third hour of your trek. Nothing. So it goes by pretty smoothly. But again, the wind is blowing against you and you are walking, which is not something that you're used to. You have done it before. Some of you at least. Probably all of you have marched through the snow before. But it's starting to, the wind blowing against you is really starting to fuck with you. It's freezing. It's chilling you to your bones and it's dark outside. They do carry torches though, I will say, but very slim. Like it's not like well illuminated. There's just like one guy in the front, one guy in the middle, and one guy in the back to sort of try to keep everybody together. They're not trying to raise a lot of attention. And they're doing their 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, little side step thing. You know, everybody's sort of doing their own little marching pattern. Doesn't seem to be any problem, especially the little children are making like a game of it. All right, that was your third hour. Moving on to the fourth hour. Nothing. All right. Another steady march for nothing. A little less than. One more. Or another one. Now, this is your 5th hour right now, right? Okay. Yeah, you got time. Interesting. All right. Give me a perception check to see who notices this. Just the whole table.
I got an 11.
So I'll take Gabar and Quintus. You guys notice that as you like look behind you to sort of check, you see who else is marching behind you, because you guys have fallen a little bit back, but not very much. You can see that there is an elderly man of the tribe. In fact, Quintus, if you recognize this dude as the one that you talked to before, this is the guy that gave you the sort of information that you were asking or whatever. He is like starting to fall behind. And not just like fall behind, like starting to get left, like he's, the group is leaving him and he's sort of slowly trying to keep up. He's got like a spear as his walking stick and stuff. He's got the snowshoes on, but he can't keep up. That's something that you notice. And who else notices that? Gabar, you notice that.
Got anything that can help that guy, Gabar?
Yeah, I can bring him up here right now, but I don't know if they kind of do the fall behind, left behind mentality. If it would be shunned to bring him back. But I can for now.
If they didn't want us to do that, they should have told us.
I'll vortex warp him to the group.
Sure. You vortex warp him, and he lands on his ass in the snow and is immediately like swearing in the Bothy language, the language of the redheads. He's very confused and very disoriented. He's never been teleported before.
Yeah.
He vomits.
When we get up to him, I'll just like kind of put a hand on his shoulder and just be like, try to keep up a little harder. I can only do that a few times.
Make a charisma based check.
What kind of check?
Charisma based.
Yeah, Gabar is charismatic. I'll just do persuasion because I'm not really sure what this is for. Okay.
You sort of tell him that, and he doesn't understand what you're saying, because he doesn't speak the language, but he understands the sentiment. And as he like looks up at you, you could see a little bit of. At first, he was like real fucking disoriented because he just got teleported, but then he started to feel like shitty, like he was about to be fucking left behind. He like the reality set in, right? And then when you were like, try to keep up, I can't really do that very often. A renewed vigor, sort of wells within him and
reinvigorated.
And you feel like he might be able to make it.
And I'll kind of try to clock him as we go because I can help him a few more times. But
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that is very awesome. And you will see that as he sort of stands up, someone else in the tribe, maybe a younger female, will like help him up. And that guy begins speaking to her in the language. And, they do little hand signs and stuff while they speak. And you see him motion towards Gabar and, says something like, you think it's a good thing. All right.
Nice.
Next hour. So far you haven't had to make any checks. We're on the 6th hour now. Like I'm about to roll for the 6th hour.
I think that was 5.
Okay, I think so too. So there's no need to roll because you make it to the river. And you can see that the these reggeds in the front sort of stick their hand up to pause the group, right? Everybody sort of takes a second, get some water, eat some rations or whatever they have. While some of these hunters and more agile warriors try to mark a path across this frozen river to make sure that it's sturdy and solid all the way across. And after they, a couple minutes, 5-10 minutes maybe, They make their way all the way across the river, and some of the other Regads start to follow through. Like they give them a sign from across the river and make a whistle noise or whatever, and communicate from the other side of the river that it's safe to cross. So they begin crossing. You see that some of the Regad warriors will grab a small child that's just near them, who even knows if it's their kid or something, and throws it on top of their pack that they have on their back, and like by one arm, and the kid sort of monkey hangs onto the back, and they, help some of these kids get across. You do notice some people, drop a foot in, or like they sink in a little bit, but nobody falls in too bad. But it gets to you guys where you need to cross now.
And sorry, is the river flowing or is it frozen?
No,
over?
it's frozen over. But
Right.
now that some people have put their feet through it, you can tell that it's not solid.
Super solid. Okay.
Yeah. So Sapphira's having a panic attack.
No shot in the 9 hells. This guy's making it across, pointing to the steel defender.
Yeah.
I can handle him, but
Everybody else, what do you guys want to do?
I'll just try crossing. Just walking straight over.
Yeah, that is going to require a acrobatics check.
All right, here we go.
Can I guidance that?
Oh boy.
You can.
Oh, I could guidance myself.
Well, go ahead and add that guidance
Yeah.
to it.
Oh, this could make it or break it.
All right. We'll get back to you in a second. What? So Illican starts to make his way across, and we'll say this is, you can see across it, but it's maybe 50, 60 feet.
Yeah. Gabar, are you okay if I take the lead on this and just see if I can get over there first and hold it down for us?
I don't want to go across this thing. By all means, go for it.
If I burn a key point for Step of the Wind and try and delicately leap over,
Yeah, if you burn the thing, you can easily make it across.
Okay,
Without a check.
cool.
Like a ninja running on the rooftops, you just sort of make your way across the ice easily.
Legolas just like walking above the snow.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, exactly like that.
Lands on water.
God, I forgot. That was a good.
I love that detail.
Good pull.
Yeah.
Good pull. Good pull. All right. So, we'll say actually, no. I need to know what everybody else is doing.
I'm going to cast Fly on the Shield Guardian,
Okay.
so he doesn't just sink to the bottom of the river.
All right.
The
He-
Redheads are
when you
better.
cast
Full
fly on
panic.
him, he begins to float in the air, and you get that thing like Peter Pan where he's like doesn't understand, so he's sort of moving his arms around and stuff, and he's like looking around like really confused. But quickly he starts to kind of get it, and he'll take both the sleds and pull them under his arms, I guess, and just sort of maneuver his way across as best as he can. But it's real. He's going too high, and then he goes too low, and it's real bad.
Some sort of weird deranged Santa Claus, this giant shield guardian
Yeah.
dragging two sleds.
sleds.
Yeah.
Okay. So that happens. And then what?
I guess I'll just try to take a light step across.
Okay. Go
Hopefully
ahead.
not fall in.
Go ahead and make your acrobatics check. You're good.
Yeah,
so-
so-
go ahead.
I will just do the same as soon as I see them starting to make their way across. Be like, "Fuck, I guess we're doing it."
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check. You're good.
Hell yeah.
I need an acrobatics check as well.
All right. And Sapphira, you have to make yours a disadvantage because you're so timid.
Well, I was waiting until everyone else got across because I have a dumb idea.
Okay. So,
Um,
all right. Well, I will add Sapphira is deathly afraid of water.
Yes. And Sapphira's made of stone. Is she heavier than the rest, too?
Oh, yeah. She's a big gal.
So here's my thinking. I don't want to use acrobatics. I want to
Uh.
use athletics.
Okay.
And my think, or maybe Sapphira's thinking is
Rage cross.
if she runs fast enough, she can push off the ice before it completely sinks beneath her. So if she sprints, she might get across better than just walking.
You know, just the fact that you tried to sell me on it is good enough for me. Go ahead and make an athletics check, but you will have disadvantage.
I'll toss her an inspiration as well. Like, it's just water. There's a bunch of people here. Somebody will pull you out if you go under.
Okay. Bardic inspiration on that if you need it. It's a D8.
Yep.
You know, that's actually pretty sound, like Sapphira logic on her like mastery of physics and how she.
Oh my god, you
Oh,
got
there
an
you go.
18. All right, so just fucking shoot across, right? So, Gabar, did you make your check? Yes. V needs to make their check.
A line of crushed ice and open water
love
behind
that.
Sapphira.
I love that.
What knocks Illican in?
No, we'll get to Illican in just one second. I just need to know who has stable ground. Okay, V, you made it across.
Okay,
with
cool.
Flying colors, and then Berlin falls in. Okay, so here's what happens. As you guys are crossing, right? Illican, you were like first to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, as you are crossing, right? Big Smile is sort of ninjaing his way across, and those of you that are succeeded your checks are also starting to make your way across. When Illican, you step on what you think is a safe piece of ice, but it actually had been cracked in like a sort of piece of it. So when your foot hits it, it ducks in, right? And you almost like grab the side to pull yourself out, but you plunk right underneath. So all of you see Illican drop into the water underneath the ice. And that one little piece that he stepped on that's sort of tilted like this, it goes back and covers up the hole. Illican, you're like trying to reach up at the top, but you can't feel.
Can
what
I
you-
make the ice that's above him water
Okay,
with shape water?
you can. All right, you do that. Illican, why don't you make a perception check with disadvantage?
You got it.
If you can notice it again.
I do have something to do if this doesn't work, but
Okay.
let's hope this works. Okay, perception with advantage or disadvantage?
Disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage, right?
Because you're like underwater trying to
Yeah,
see up
yeah.
on the ice. It's almost clear. Okay, yeah, you do notice where V sort of. V, what does your shape water thing look like? What do you do?
So you know how in matter, like solids, the molecules are closer together, liquids
Oh, you
further,
just, like,
gases
fucking-
further apart.
It shudders
I'm-
and turns to
Yeah,
liquid.
I make the molecules separate so that it becomes a liquid.
Oh, cool. All right, cool. So V, like Professor X, touches her forehead, and the ice shakes and dissolves into water. And Illican, you could see the spot, right? And what do you want to do? You want to try to pull yourself out?
I'll try to pull myself up. Yeah.
All right, I do need an athletics check to try to get yourself. You're soaking wet.
Flat, right?
Flat athletics check. That's right. You
There you go.
surface, right? You're covered in water, and you grab on and pull yourself up. As soon as that happens, right, he surfaces. Valin sinks right in, and Valin goes straight underwater. Now, all of you have a moment to do something before something else happens. Does anyone knee jerk react to Valin drowning?
Yeah. Illican may try to go over, but he's not going to run. He'll try to.
Well,
be careful.
you just surfaced, like you're not even sure what happened.
I'm not even.
Can I
so if I'm not
freeze
sure
the
what
water
happened,
that's
then-
above her?
I was
saw
like,
that.
Quintus has the slightest bit of hesitation.
Yeah.
I saw Will's face was like, and I was like, is that Gabar? That's Gabar.
Yeah. Oh no, not my parchment.
My parchment store is drowning.
They were like her health potions. The kobolds were like her health potions, and she's like your parchment store. All right. So, does anybody do anything? Because the shield guardian is just going to drop everything he's doing and save him.
Okay, is Sapphira? Oh, she can't stop though. Shit.
She can. She can take a moment to be a hero if she wants to.
I think Sapphira would stop. She would do something to help,
Okay.
even if it's just.
You can run and slide across the ice and just reach in and fucking try to grab her, rip her out.
Yeah, I was thinking that, or if like the same thing happened where the ice covered her back up, Sapphira just come in like smash it with her foot as she ran by.
Sure.
Just
Sure.
something. She would do
Sure.
something.
Sure. How about this? Why don't you make an athletics check?
A normal.
Mhm.
Okay. Hmm.
That's good enough. You can just probably stomp through the ice, and as you stomp through that hole in the ice, you feel a cold hand grab onto Sapphira's foot, right? And as you go to pull your foot back out, Valin surfaces, with using Sapphira's great strength to just pull her out, and she like slides across the ice.
Yeah, I'll
dripping
go over and
wet.
help her at that point to make it look like we didn't all just stand there and watch her almost drown.
You guys sure do love this chick, don't you?
I was gonna do something, but then Eric's like, "Well, he'll save her." So I'm like, "Well, I don't need to waste a spell then."
Mm-hmm.
Illiken's like feverishly doing a produce flame, but his fingers are numb and he's trying to like warm
Yeah.
his upper body.
All right, so all of you sort of get out of the ice and make your way to the other side. However, Illiken and Valin are freezing to death. They're both like Illiken's okay. He's starting to be a little paler than usual, but he's resistant to cold, right? You're resistant to cold. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're okay. You need to fix this though. But Valin is like blue in the face. Her lips are purple.
So, does prestidigitate do anything about that? Have we done that before?
Yeah, I decided that it'd be okay if you want to just spend a 60 seconds to prestidigitate the people off.
Yeah, Big Small would rub his big mitts together and put them around Illican or
What is
whatever
this?
one V isn't working, and just like generally heat your cloak a little bit.
Oh.
Okay.
I thank you, Big Smile.
I'll pull something out of the bag of tricks. And
What do we
just
got?
What is
okay,
it?
that's actually pretty good for what I was trying to do. Let me look it up. I know it's a small creature. A giant rat. All right. Here, Valin.
Okay.
Hold this to you for its body warmth.
Valin is like really startled, but this is like skeet, 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 skeet,
He's friendly. He can
Yeah.
have a bag.
She's like, what the fuck? I'm animating this when this is over. But she like sort of holds on to it, and it's fluffy. I mean, it's brand. It's not like it's been walking through the sewers or anything. It's
Yeah, just like a big warm pillow, I imagine.
Yeah. So she sort of warms up on it a little bit. Okay, cool, very cool. We made our way across the river. There's one more thing I wanted to say. Prestidigitated all the heat off of you. Okay. You guys give me like less than 5 minutes. I gotta go get the.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
I'll just go to the bathroom real quick.
As soon as I asked to join.
I guess quick impromptu break. I'll be right back too.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, my brother's here. Did we take a break?
Most people decided, I guess.
Yeah, impromptu break.
All right, impromptu break. BRB.
You said 5 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be so easy. All right, just fucking 5-minute break then.
Might as well then.
So, Will, do you guys know gender and everything?
No, we won't know that for a while.
Yeah, that's
way
she's
too
only,
soon for
yeah,
that,
she's only
bud.
like 5, 6, she's only like 6 weeks.
Oh, okay.
The
When do they
baby,
typically find that out?
4 or 5 month mark.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, right now the baby's only the size of like a lentil seed.
Oh,
It's like not. It's like that big right now. It's nothing.
crazy.
Camera angle. It's
Aw.
hard. Yeah, so we'll find out. I'm trying to think of what we're gonna do for the gender reveal. Like, do I start a forest fire, or do I like, maybe blow up a police station?
Is the smoke from the building blue or pink?
It's something else weird that I thought about today. Like, yesterday we had the 4th of July. That means nothing to Chris. Absolutely nothing.
We have, I mean, like Canadians know of 4th of July, just
Sure.
like from proximity, and Canada Day is July 1. So, like, we have a
Oh,
long
okay.
weekend as well, but like for our own national day.
Okay, cool. Do you guys do fireworks? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's very similar. Slightly less patriotic. Like, we don't like wear like Canada flag, like t-shirts and
Sure.
stuff, but very much about like
Oh man, in America
going to
we
the
go hard.
cottage,
Yeah,
drinking
people- I
beers,
mean,
yeah.
People here wear American flag t-shirts year round though. So
It's true. Bad but true.
If we're lucky, it's t-shirts.
All right, so that was a good impromptu break. Now, back to the adventure. That was the end of 6, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Now I will ask, since we're nearing on the getting closer to the 8-hour mark, who has been carrying the 3rd sled?
I would imagine that Illican and I were tag teaming it. Like, we both go like in the reins, like we're the dogs, and we've just been like dragging it behind us.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you 2 options. You can either, okay. Well, let's just talk about what's about to happen. At the end of hour 8, right? We're gonna everybody make a con check for a level of exhaustion, right?
Okay.
Every hour that exceeds 8, right? The DC will go up, and you will keep consistently making con checks to like survive this hike, right? So in total you will be making how many? 6, which is 1 less than killing you if you fail them all.
God.
So here's the thing. I either want to, between Illican and Big Smile, you can either make 1 con save a piece right now to risk a level of exhaustion, or you can take a penalty to every check afterwards. Like every check. You just have to make 1 more check. So that if you fail all of them, you will die. Or you can have a penalty and be more likely to accumulate the 6, right?
I
Mm,
think we should do 1 now. I feel like it's a
Yeah,
slippery
I-
slope if we take those penalties, Illican.
I would agree. Yeah.
Okay, so you both want to go ahead and make a on hour 7. You're gonna go ahead and make your con save to sort of resist
Oh,
the
boy.
cold.
Yeah.
All right,
I
let's
know.
get them.
It's a save. So-
Yep. That's a success.
Oh,
Oh,
That's a
dude,
fail.
You got inspiration.
Inspiration. Yeah, I'm gonna
All right.
use it. I have
right.
to.
That's a
All
success. You both succeed on the
Alright.
on hour 7. All right, let me see if there's any more.
Man, I'm rolling like crap tonight.
All right, we'll say that's
Excuse me.
that's it for that hour. Now we're gonna make our way into hour 8. So at the end of this hour, you guys are gonna need to make everybody needs to make checks. Let's see if there's a random encounter. Nope. All right, so no random encounter for the end of this hour. However, it's starting to be like you guys are fucking ready for bed now. You've been traveling for a steady 8 hours against the wind, and these regates have not stopped. They have just continuously marched on. If any of the children get tired, they get picked up. If any of the elderly start to straggle, they get like demanded that they hurry the fuck up. So everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
I was gonna ask, has anyone been just straight up left behind?
No,
Okay.
not yet. That's a success. That is a success.
Do we get Sapphira's aura?
The thing. So here's the thing about Sapphira's aura. What does it do?
Plus
If I can find
charisma
it.
to saving throws for
Yeah,
those
but
within 10 feet.
okay, but give me the what is it?
Uh,
What is it? What is it? Like
I think it was this one.
why do you think that is? Because they're just like holy people and their charisma is like so good that it just makes you they're like inspiring leaders kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
kind
but
of
like
what
a beacon of divine energy, perhaps.
Yeah, like somebody so dedicated to something that you're like, oh fuck, I'm not dedicated hard enough.
well, here's the thing. There's only
For traveling, 10 feet is not a lot.
I was about to say, and you march in a straight
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
So I'd say there's only two
Yeah.
people
So maybe
on
like
either side
one
of
or two
Sapphira-
people. Yeah.
on either side of Sapphira can make use of it. So we need to decide right now who those people are. I'm sorry, I should have did that before. Let's do it now.
It honestly probably wouldn't be Illican or I don't think. I think it'd be annoying to have someone like within 10 feet while we're pulling these sleds.
Okay.
I guess that's fair.
B might be traveling with Sapphira.
All right.
Yeah,
I imagine V
probably-
would be. We get 4, so V.
I mean, I don't think I
Oh.
need the con.
4
check
people
help.
around Sapphira?
Yeah, basically 2 in front, 2 in back, right? It's a 10-foot radius.
Oh, right. So, yeah, I guess Gabar, Quintus, V, Valen.
Full in. Okay. All right. So just remember that. You can add, what is it, 3
3.
to your checks. All right. So does that make Quintus?
That makes 12.
Did you beat a 10 with that Quintus? 7, 8?
Yeah, it brings me up to 10, just barely.
Made it to beat it. V beats it. Everybody passes the first save. But just barely. Some of you really started to feel the effects of this ice. And like, even though Quintus is resistant to cold damage just because of your bloodline, right? You can feel the ice like start to fucking crust up on your face. And you know how it like freezes inside of your nostrils and stuff. And you have to constantly like break it off of your face. And all of you are
Yeah.
starting to deal with that. Even that's why the Regans wear these face covering scarves
Fair.
and stuff so that doesn't happen. I will say, Quintus, as you walk, right, the sort of aurora is beginning, and this wind is blowing against you. It's making it hard to hear. You know, all you can really hear is the sort of constant beat of the footsteps in the snow around you. And then you hear those chains again. It just sounds like, you know, like in a Christmas story or whatever, where you just hear just the rattle of chains, you know, it's dragging on the floor or something. That's what you hear.
Yeah, I think he kind of like jumps and looks behind him.
Make a perception check.
But, you know, then tries to play off looking behind him. Like he was just like checking on the rest of the group or whatever.
You don't see anything, but how you thought it was like a figment of your imagination the night before, it can't be.
Yeah, once is coincidence, twice is a pattern.
Yeah, you can hear it pretty clearly. And even that's sort of what that perception check, you're looking behind you, you don't see anything or anybody following you or anything like that. You can hear it. All right, so we begin at hour 9. Let's roll for random encounters. Oh fuck. The freaking guy's falling behind again.
Oh, no.
Poor dude.
I'll wait till he gets just to within 90 feet away from me, and I'll bring it back up one more time.
All right. He once again lands on his ass, still surprised by the whole ordeal. And he begins like speaking to you in this sort of language and using the hand signs and stuff like that.
Is he still semi grateful? Is he like, does
Yeah,
he seem
he
like
seems-
irritated? Is it like,
no,
stop embarrassing me?
No, he seems more than grateful.
Okay, I just want to make sure, like, I shouldn't just, I don't know. I just want to make sure he's not like being like, leave me alone, douchebag.
Yeah, but no. He's more than grateful.
Okay,
But
good.
you do feel like he needs either another pep talk or something needs to change. Because right now he's not doing so hot.
Yeah.
I'll just look at Quintus, be like, I don't know if you can talk to him and just try to tell him that he needs to keep up or something, but do that thing you do to others where you inspire them or something. I don't know.
I think it might be best to just give him a 10-minute breather and let him get to the front of the pack a bit. All right, I'm just gonna like try and look him in the eye and like, start breathing with him.
Okay.
And then cast fly on him.
Oh god, this isn't gonna go well. Make a persuasion. Let's see how he takes it. Because you did say you prepared him for that, right?
Yeah.
I could also cast heroism on it so he's not frightened.
Okay, all right. A little bit of both. I'll give you advantage, Quinn. Just roll again, see how good you did. Okay. Yeah, that was enough. So you cast fly on him and this heroism. Now he feels like $1,000, like $1 million. And he begins zooming across the sky like a child. This is the most light his body has ever been, right? You can tell that the weight of years has the gravity has sort of begun to compress him, right? And now that he's sort of free of that, his back straightens and he begins soaring around. And you said you're going to give him 10 minutes with fly.
Yeah, just shout good luck or whatever, knowing he's
Right.
not gonna understand it, and just
Yeah.
point him to the front of the group.
Yeah, some of the other redheads point at him, right? You can see in the group they're pointing at him like, "What the fuck? What is happening?" And he's like, "Yippee!" A little bit of brevity to this sort of really intense trip. But after the end of that 9th hour, I need everybody to make another Constitution save.
Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, yeah, exactly like that. Exactly like that. Oh, Sapphira.
Not great.
Let me double check mine.
It's a 15 for me.
Oh yeah, I got +3, so 18.
There it is.
All right, Sapphira, you fail. You take a level of exhaustion. Big Smile, you succeed. Quintus, you succeed. B, you got a +3, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
15.
Yep, you succeed. Gabar, you succeed. Ilican, you fail. You take a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
These regheads do not show a sign of slowing. They continue to march on. Sure that there's not happening.
Maybe sprinting across a river wasn't such a great idea.
It's now dark. The aurora has faded, and it's a lot darker than it was earlier. And the wind begins to pick up even more, and it starts to snow pretty heavily. It's not a blizzard, but it could be. Just make another perception check.
Oh boy.
So you sort of carried on the wind, right? You kept hearing the sound of these chains, right? But after a while, it sort of faded and came back slightly on the wind, faded again. But now you're breathing. Like someone's trying to fog up the glass, right? You once again look around. And you look one direction, you don't see anything. Look the other direction, you don't see anything. You look back. In the middle distance, you can see a block of ice, like almost completely square or rectangle, right? Prism of ice. There's a dark shape inside of it. It appears to be sort of hunched over with its elbows on its knees, its hands crossed. It's staring directly at you with glowing red eyes. And locked inside, surrounding this block of ice, and locked inside of this block of ice are dozens of black chains. You see someone watching you. I will show you a hand. Doesn't look good. Let me see. Here it is.
Oh, fuck.
And he just slowly, he doesn't move his head, he doesn't move his hands, he doesn't move anything. He just watches you as you walk by.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think Quintus's plus 11 to deception is completely nullified, and it's very obvious that he's hallucinating.
Probably
Staring at something that nobody else can see, rather.
So you guys notice Quintus quit marching for a second.
And
Quintus, hurry up. We're not lugging this heavy ass sled just so you can get left behind.
We may have to slow the pace soon. A big smile. I'm feeling some fatigue and colder than I thought I would be.
yeah, but Quintus, like, his instinct is to just throw a sling of curses and infernal and tell him to fuck off, but like seeing it face to face, he's scared shitless.
Yeah, you're paralyzed with fear. And you can tell that this thing is directly looking at you. And then you blink, it's gone. I mean, you blink the quickest, it's gone.
Hey, everything all right? We're gonna leave you soon.
Yeah, like a 5-second delay. He looks up and goes, yeah, I'm coming.
I was hoping that was going to happen. Alrighty, so we continue on with the next hour of our journey. I don't feel like doing any more encounters. You basically did them all. The way that the Regheads move, they do not attract Remoraz, so there shouldn't be an issue. However, we are now.
We move.
Yeah, and yeah, that's true. Well, we are now. Well, you guys made the checks earlier to learn how to do it, so if nobody like really failed too bad, except what was it, Sapphira, and Sapphira like made extra practice or whatever. So I think everybody. That's the reason we did all those checks, was to see if you could later on deal with this. All right, we're on the 11th hour now, right? All right, there's one more hour after this, but I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Does anyone who has one level of exhaustion right now? Illican and
Yeah, me.
Sapphira.
Sapphira. Yeah.
Sapphira can get a 19 on hers.
I'll toss Ellican an inspiration then. Like, come on, big guy, we can't leave. We're definitely not leaving you behind. You're too invaluable.
Oh, I only got a 10.
Thank you.
Oh boy, it looks like everybody's taking one this time.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. I just don't want. I mean, Sapphira didn't have to roll there. She got a 19.
Yeah, Sapphira got a 19.
That's 12. 9 plus 3. I don't know if that.
I'm
that
only gonna get
fails.
10 total.
It's a DC 13, so it starts with the V fails. Big Smile just succeeds. Gabar fails. Fire succeeds. Illican succeeds. Quintus succeeds. Quintus, take disadvantage on that one. Just on this one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Shook up after that. Yeah, okay. You also fail.
Oops.
That's one level. Whether you have another one, whatever. It's one level.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Quintus, you don't hear the chains anymore. You don't hear the breathing. You don't see anything around you. And we make our way to the final hour of the journey, and you will have ended up. How did we decide that we do it? You right click on it and then the token or whatever, and then you
While you're dragging the token, you right click.
All right, so you click the token and drag, and then right click. Nope. It's right click and drag. Nope.
Yeah, left click to move the token like you normally would, and while you're holding it down, right click.
I gotcha. All right, so it's almost directly west. So we're gonna do a little less than 12. So 11.5. All right, that's how far you guys traveled in one day.
Damn.
But we are on the final leg of this arduous, long, and extremely. Oh fuck! I didn't make any checks for Valin. Remind me to make a bunch of checks for Valin as soon as this is over. So we're on the last one. Everybody, roll your last.
Maybe
Looks
some
ran
more,
out.
more bardic inspiration.
Who does it start with? Gabar.
Yes, that was the first one.
All right, you fail, Gabar.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
Remember, if you have more than one level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on these, right?
No, if you have
It's
3
three.
levels, you have disadvantage.
Okay, so if Gabar fails. Sapphira, I think, just succeeds. So Sapphira just succeeds, Big Smile succeeds, V succeeds, Quinta succeeds, Lycan succeeds. Everybody succeeds.
Good for us.
Yeah, so but you guys did get beat up a little bit by the arduous journey. So at the end of this, let me make a bunch of checks for Valin. I think she didn't make a couple of them.
I don't think she made any of them.
She made one, I think.
I think that was the dex for the river.
She should get the +3 if she's close enough to Sapphira.
Oh, I forgot. Tariq's been with you guys the whole time, by the way. He'll be aiding you guys the best that he can. Okay, con save, and that's what, fucking 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
I think we only rolled 4.
3. That's fine. Let's roll another one. Okay, so she gets 2 levels of exhaustion. All right.
Damn.
Yep. So she gets pretty fucking beat up. So after this 12-hour journey, it's the middle of the night, right? Or it's like, into the night for sure. And up ahead of you, nearing the end of this trek, you guys can see you've made your way around and over several clusters of rocks, but you guys find a sort of hill that has like a flat sort of knob of rock, right? And there's a couple of other ones around. And the Ragheads will have explained to you previously that they only camp on rocks. The Remoraz cannot sense vibrations through stone that easily. Only through the soft snow. So it's easier for them to camp on rocks. So they, you can see Dalim Fazi, and he sort of points his spear towards this thing of rock, and everybody sort of quickly now starts rushing towards it, making their way faster than they did before. And they will start to, when they get there, immediately they start making campfires. Most of them had bundles of campfire wood just strapped to them, and those people are like designated fire starters, and they immediately get down, start getting fires ready. They're going to start warming people up. That's the most important thing. That's number one. But you guys make it to this sort of flat, rocky surface, and you made it.
Bar, how you feeling, kid?
Honestly, I've felt worse.
Big Small's sucking air right now.
All of you have frost frozen to your face and on your clothes. I mean, you look like you've been trucking for 12 hours through the Arctic.
I'll take my chances with the Remoraz next time.
You can see Valen sort of plop down on the ground, it just completely exhausted.
Despite all my travels, I don't know if I've ever simply walked for that long. But here we are.
Did good, Chief.
He'll try to get a little fire going maybe Big Smile will help out.
Absolutely.
Yep, I'll help you with that. Do a tinderbox.
All right, so you guys begin to make fires. What else you guys want to do? You can see that the regheads, including Fozzie, are busy with camp stuff, getting camp ready.
I'm
'Cause
gonna,
they want to fucking go to bed. You know what I mean? So they're getting this camp set up.
I'm gonna kneel down on the rock, exhausted. But if anyone's actually looking, you'll notice that Gabar is casting a spell right now. It's gonna take me 10 minutes to cast. I think you're muted.
Me? Hello?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Oh, anything else you guys want to do?
I think Quintus is going to kind of impatiently try to find Fozzie
Okay.
and be like, "We did your walk. Pay up." But
He will say,
not as brusque.
actually, when you approach him, a couple of other Reged warriors or whatever will sort of cross their spears to sort of block him off, right? Like a protection sort of thing. And Fozzie will sort of stand up, and you see he's been like, he helped his wife carry his little 2-year-old son the whole time. So he sort of takes off this papoose that he has on and, you know, gives the baby to his wife or whatever, and he'll sort of look over at you. And in common, he will say, first we make camp. My people are tired, but you have done well.
I don't know if I've undersold the gravity of the situation, but we need assurance.
Have you not spoken to my Sahir?
Yes, and she said you were hesitant to believe the things she said.
He sort of crosses his arms, and he'll say, the Regheads do not give freely. We are slow to trust. You have earned your keep, but be patient. Answers will come to you soon enough.
Yeah, he'll just leave before he ruins any chance of getting answers.
Sure. Gavar, 10 minutes goes by. What did you cast?
As soon as I'm done casting the spell, everyone, you're kind of shook for a second because you start to see grass flowing out of the rock and flowers and budding little bushes as I cast hallucinatory terrain. Nice smell of an open grove meadow flows over the place, just on the rock that we're on. It's only 150 square foot, but just
Holy shit.
just as a little reward for us completing that march.
Dude, these Regheads freak the fuck out. Some of them are stunned, but a lot of the children like giggle and laugh and begin to sort of enjoy this, you know, fake terrain. But
Everyone knows it's an illusion because as soon as you touch it, it reveals the
but
illusion.
it smells, you know, and it has like a tiny bit of warmth to it, you know. So that's miraculous.
Big Small would be in there with all the kids too. That's
Rolling
some,
around on the rock.
Yeah.
Cold, icy rock. So as you guys, you know, you get your fire going with Illican, and you guys are starting to warm up. Gavar gets his spell off. Valen is sort of right on top of the fire, trying to warm up. The Shield Guardian has stacked the sleds on top of each other, so now it's just like a sled, pile of dead dogs, sled, pile of dead dogs, sled, pile of dead dogs. And they're just sort of, he's just arranging them for some reason. And all of you hear carried on the wind. Ow! Sounds like a wolf howl. And then from another direction, another ow, ow. right? These wolf howls. And then a deeper one. Oh, from a different direction. You see some of the tribesmen grab their spears and begin to like sit up, right? And like get away from the fire, and they take some of the children and start to move them away. And Fazian will reach down like quickly and grab his spear, and he'll stick it up in the air, and he'll say, Sadafa tribe! The Sadafa tribe! And as he says that, figures begin to appear over the edges of the rock, sort of in this illusory grass, right? There are other ragged tribespeople, right? These ones hanging on them bones and, but they're like human bones hanging from their clothes and, their robes and stuff like that. They still have the same sort of face masks and stuff like that, right? And as soon as they sort of approach, a fucking battle breaks out. There is 20 figures that appear in this ambush, right? And
Is Tariq in vision?
yes, he freezes for a moment, then grabs his spear, and he begins to sign towards you guys. When this sort of battle breaks out, right? You can see that all these Sadafa people start throwing spears, and they run up with their other spears. But something else is going on. As one of the Sadafa people jump off of a rock, and in midair, his clothes sort of burst open, right? And fur covers his entire body, right? His face cracks and warps into this elongated snout, right? As he lands on the ground, this black fur sort of sticking out of the clothes. The fucking werewolf. And there's a bunch of them. And as this sort of combat breaks out with these reggads now fighting all these werewolves and humanoids and all this shit, some of them begin to approach you guys. What do you want to do?
Let's fucking throw down.
Yeah, let's
He
fucking-
said
Could I have made a
werewolf for
mental connection
second.
with Tariq before this?
Yes.
Like as soon as I tried to clock him, could I have
Yeah.
tried to make a
Yes.
connection with him? Okay.
All right. Pull you guys over to a map.
Sweet.
I did not prepare any offensive spells for today.
Do we have eyes on Fazian?
You do. He is not part of this combat, but he is like, you guys have your own little separate people to deal with while there's an amorphous battle occurring. And it's just after everyone got done fucking hiking for all day, so everybody's tired. There are definitely some casualties. We'll talk about it as the combat ensues. But in that case, I need everybody to roll initiative. Oh, let me show you a picture of these werewolves. There's a couple of them. And there are a couple surrounding you as well.
Gift of Alacrity, Gabar.
You know it, baby.
Yeah.
Don't we also get an initiative bonus from Sapphira?
She should.
I
believe
don't
it's
know if it's
Sentinel.
in it.
Remember, initiative is an ability check.
Yeah, initiative's an ability check. Good
Oh,
job.
interesting.
Good job, Brendan. I'd give you an inspiration if it wasn't so dire. Okay, hold up. I can't find the fucking handout.
+3.
Oh, here we go.
I think that makes it a 4.
There we go. Look at these guys.
Man, between the Gift of Alacrity and this aura, big small stacked.
There's the ragged werewolves that appear.
It actually looks pretty badass.
Yep. And we're gonna roll initiative for Valen, who has disadvantage.
We rolled the wrong tribe. Those guys look so cool.
Yeah, right. Can we change sides now?
They're also cannibals, so all right, and then Tariq.
Yeah, remember how they said
werewolf?
the Sadiq are the nicest tribe?
Yes. They are the nicest tribe. All right. So, surprise. Oh, I'm Archon's on this order. Make sure everybody. Did everybody put their disadvantage one in?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So, in that case, are the werewolves on here? Yeah. All right. Big smile. You are up first. You are not surprised or anything as these werewolves and stuff begin to surround you. Some of these Reged, Sidafa tribe warriors have spears in their hands. They're trying to throw them down, stuff like that. So it's your turn.
Very mindful that Gabar has burned through a few spells, specifically a few vortex warps already. He'll yell out to Gabar, "Do you want me to stay here and make sure you're okay, kid, or can I run into the fray here?"
Your call, big guy. Do what you gotta do. And yeah, it's your call. I'll bail you out if I got to, but
We need Fozzie alive, and I don't think these guys have silvered weapons.
Okay. Big Smile will run up to the closest one then. 40 feet.
All right, so
Okay.
those are werewolves over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
All right, you run up to these two werewolves who snarl at you. They have
Yep.
human bones and skulls and shit hanging from their robes that the Regeds wear.
Instead of just I'll be a little tactical here and just use the dodge action as I get into stance and feel them out and just see what they're gonna throw.
Okay. V, you're up.
Already. I am not gonna draw too much attention. I'm just gonna do a nice old haste on. Let's do Big Smile and the Sentinel.
Okay. All right. So, what's the range on that?
No. Let's do Illiken. Big Smile and Illiken.
Big smile.
Oh,
what's,
thank you.
What's the range on that? Is it 30 feet
That
or
is
60?
30 feet. Oh,
gotta
it's
get
only 30.
closer.
So I'll have to move. Yeah. Bop, bop, bop. Is that close enough?
Whoops, hit the wrong button. Yep.
Oh, I can go one more back. All right. We're good.
Yep. All right. Easily enough. You sling these two
Are
spells.
these bad guys too? Are these,
Yes. They are.
they just haven't transformed.
They don't. Yeah. You don't know if they can or not.
Okay. Are they up on cliffs?
They are.
Can I try to pull this guy down?
This one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of save is that?
Sweet. All right. He needs a strength check. I think it's a check though. Let me double check.
It wouldn't be just a base check. It would be like an athletics
Telekinetic strength. Oh no, it is a strength saving throw. My bad.
saving throw. All right.
Yeah.
An 11.
Nah, it fails.
Okay. He gets pulled down 5 feet or 10 feet.
Just 5 feet towards me.
Okay. Let's make a deck save, see if he gets knocked prone. He does. He gets knocked prone
Sweet.
in the snow. We'll give him a little
All right.
art thing or maybe a slow thing. All right. That's your turn, V.
Can I real quick speak to Tariq?
Mhm.
Just in his head, and I'm gonna say, "If you're with us, be with us."
He looks over towards you in that way that he has been doing. I mean, you can't see his face, so you don't really know. But he looks over towards you, quit fucking talking to me in my head. But then he gives you a nod, I'm gonna fucking do this kind of nod. And he'll take out he has this really long pole arm, and he'll fucking spin it around in this cool ragged pole arm move. All right, that's your turn.
That is my turn.
Now Tariq's turn. Tariq is a reged through and through, regardless. And that means you can do some stuff. Okay. How much movement does he have? Oh, perfect. Oh man, he can't quite make it. Oh yes, he can. All right. So Tariq is going to run through, and but he would move out of the range of that guy if he did that. All right, because he would move that square and then that square, and he would get out of that werewolf's. So he can't. So we'll move to there then. So Tariq will run up, swirling this thing over his head like a freaking helicopter, right? And he will jump up into the air and swipe low when you weren't expecting. Like you expect him to come up and down with this spear, but he goes up and then swipes low against this thing's feet. This werewolf's feet. So hit them. 15 hits for 9. And the target needs to make a strength saving throw. So he's gonna try to trip this werewolf. Oh, it succeeds, but it was on secret rolls. Get rid of that. All right, it succeeds, but he still gets like what, 2 more attacks? Yeah. So he'll try to stab him 2 more times with his pike. Miss and a hit for another 9. All right, so he starts like whirling this thing around. Jaw, 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 and he does make a little bit of like a grunt when he can't speak, but he can vocalize. And he does do like the vocalization when he strikes with this big long stick. Oh, he doesn't even have to be that close. He can like be over here.
Or up here.
Yeah, but he wants to get in range of these guys. He wants to draw some ire. He can definitely take the hits. All right. That is Tariq's turn. Next in the order is the Ragged Warriors. So this one's going to get up from prone. And then scatter his way back up to the top of the thing. And these Ragged Warriors are going to throw spears. They make 2 of them. We're gonna go. They don't know what this fucking shield guardian is. I think they're gonna go Quintus, Valen. So here's one. Here's two for Quintus. They only have 2 spears apiece, though. Kind of like a range. 2 spears apiece. A 7 and a 21 on Quintus.
Sidestep one into the other.
Mm-hmm. They like are one follow the other one, right? Like they draw 2 at a time and launch both of them at you. You do get hit with that 8 piercing. Then 2 on Valen. 2. Get her mage armor on. She doesn't have mage armor. What's 13 plus 5?
18.
All right, she'll throw up a shield, and the first one will miss, but the second one will hit. All right. She gets stabbed. You will see. Oh wait, there's one more Ragged Warrior. He'll throw one at Illican. Illican's close. Here's 2 spears coming towards Illican. 7 and an 8.
Miss.
Oh yeah, badass Regheads right here. So the thing is, they are gonna hit you, right? But you just fucking step out of the way, right? Like they have deadly aim. You're just quick. So you will see though, some of the Reghed, these Sidafa tribe people, they're like raiders. So they like grab some woman by her hair and start dragging her like away from camp. And, you know, some of these other Regheds come in and, or, you know, the Sadiq tribe that you're with, they come in and, like, stab that guy in the chest, right, to save that girl or whatever. But they're, like, trying to steal from the camp. Next up is Gabar.
Good old fucking raiding parties. Yeah, so I started blasting. I'm going to shoot at this werewolf off to the bottom right of the screen.
Yep, I see him. That hits.
Oh my god, that's the first time I've hit with this fucking thing. Finally, fucking like sitting there and like I'm about to like pull. I don't really like pull the trigger. Or, like
you just activate a little thing in your
I
arm.
activate it and like I think about it and like it's about to be. And I'm like, whoa, no, light it up. Blast, you know what it is, bitch.
Shoots this fucking laser beam towards this guy and punches a hole right through his shoulder. Blast it. You for a second, you can see through his chest, right? And it like makes like wolf noises, right? As you see this flesh stitching itself back together.
It's radiant damage.
No, okay. Yeah, it still does damage, but he's, you know, he's a werewolf. He can take some hits.
Yeah, no, I didn't know if like
no,
they
no,
were
no,
vulnerable.
not like that. No, not like that. It's just
Oh
you do some
fuck,
heavy.
that's what it's supposed to do.
Fuck. That was really cool.
All right. Anything
That
else?
is. I don't have any bonus action spells prepared, so no, that's my turn.
All right. Cointus, you're up.
Um, uh, go here. One more step up, and he's just gonna like let loose on these guys after the frustration and the frightening experience he had earlier today, and then he's gonna get even more scared when chains start wrapping around them.
Oh, very cool. What kind of save is that?
Charisma
Ooh.
All right. There's 2 werewolves.
and the Reged guy up here.
Yep.
I feel like there's not a lot of charisma save spells.
There's not. There really isn't. They both fail probably.
Yep.
And then the warrior also fails. So they all 3 fail. They get baned. Chains, dark black icy chains wrap around them. They are so fucked up about this. Again, not used to magic. Okay. Anything else you would like to do with your turn, Cointus?
I think I'll just toss an inspiration to V. We didn't walk all this way to get killed by a bunch of fucking wolves.
It is Sonar's turn. I know what Sonar's gonna do.
Ooh.
I didn't use that bardic inspiration Quintus gave me before. Do I still have it?
No.
No, it's only 10
Okay,
minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
All right. So, was it 5-foot radius? So it's a 4-block square.
Doesn't Moonbeam fuck with shapeshifters?
Oh
too?
yeah.
Definitely.
It does, yeah.
All right. Well, is it a 4-block square? Is that what it is?
Yep.
All right. So he will put it. Who is he trying to protect? I think these wolves are going to stay where they are, so he's going to put it here. And he will say something to the effect of, Lady Moon. Oh, I got to do her voice. I got to do his voice. Forgot about that. Lady Moonbow sees through the darkness and casts away the shadows of the night. And he fucking slams down his staff, its moon staff, and the clouds will sort of part, and this beam of moonlight will shine down from the sky. And as it does, it surrounds this one werewolf as holy light begins to lick at his toes, and he's making pain dog noises. Sonar is concentrating on me. Sonar finished casting his spell and then looks over at Illican. Double moonbeam. He loves
it.
Sonar loves the double moonbeam, man. He loves it. More Sahanin Moonbow. All right, Sapphira, you're up.
Sapphire is up? Oh,
But the wolves are.
but
Werewolves.
the wolves are up.
Sapphire has a 4.
Oh, well, it says 14 on my thing. It must have been a different. It must have been a different turn order. It was from the last fight. That's why Amar was still on there too. Okay, so in that case, it's the werewolves. You will see that they're in the distance, right? In the rest of the combat, you will see that a couple of these werewolves have just straight up killed somebody and grabbed onto their corpse and thrown it on their back and begin sort of three-legged running away. As that's like already starting to happen. But in the case of this combat, we'll get this guy to go up here and this guy to go up here. These guys have hella movement. This guy's going to start his turn in the moonbeam, so I might want to take care of that real quick. Deck save or con save?
Yeah, I think it's a disadvantage too.
It is. It is. I have to roll for Sonar though.
There's the moonbeam for mine.
Okay, I gotta roll the damage.
Yeah,
anyways.
con if.
Oh, we can do triple moonbeam.
Oh shit!
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
What?
All right, 5 radiant damage, and he has to make a what kind of save? I'm sorry.
Constitution.
Constitution. He succeeds, but he takes half damage, right? Oh, yeah, he still succeeds, but he takes half damage.
Huh.
As the flames lick at his toes or whatever. He is smart enough to move the fuck out of the moonbeam, though. All right, so we got 2 on Big Smile, 1 on Tariq, 1 on Sonar, and 1 on Quintus. That's about right. All right, let me organize my little things. Very good werewolf. All right, now the werewolves attack. These 2 are going to attack Big Smile.
These are at disadvantage too.
They are. All right, it's going to make a bite at you with disadvantage. 15 to
Miss.
hit. Okay, and then claw. 10 to hit.
Also miss.
All right. Here's another one. Bite and claw. A 10 and a 21.
21 hits. Yeah.
All right, 10 damage. 10 damage, not the 18. 10.
Okay.
And then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, wait, it's claw. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. Pretend I never
Okay.
said anything at all. No one knows what I'm talking about. So that's that one. Then there's one on Tariq.
What do they do in Critical Role, the metagaming pigeon?
Yeah.
Don't get bitten.
All right. Both of those hit for what's 8 plus 6?
14.
Thank you. I didn't come here to do math, guys. All right. All right. 1 on Sonar. Bite and claw. Both probably these are gonna hit. Yeah, both hit for 18.
Yeah.
Oh
-2 doesn't affect it.
no, it doesn't. Good. Thank you for reminding me, though. That's cool that you rolled it. I like that. Do that again. So he still takes 18. Yeah. Oof. Sonar cannot be taking hits, y'all. All right, and then these 2 are going to be on Quintus. Again, roll your little d4s for me. Ooh, they might not help very much.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Okay, that's 24 points of damage.
Or actually, I'm gonna roll a d4 on the
Top one,
22. Yeah,
20 total.
yeah. No, it's not gonna. Cutting words still ain't worth it.
Okay, so so they both hit.
Yep.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
I'm gonna use inspiration on that.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
No.
The dice have spoken.
Oh.
All right, let me make a note real quick.
Anybody got anything to spare?
That was it.
Can he use another inspiration?
No, that's
yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
Wow, 1 in 400.
All right. As he
No,
bites into you with his blackened, you know, how dogs have like the black gums in their mouth. He like bites down into you with these like sort of blackened gums, and it hurts. It's on your shoulder, like or your forearm. You know, like your bicep or whatever. He bites into it. All right, that's all the werewolf's turn. Very cool. It's Valen's turn. So it hasn't come up yet, but be mindful of AoEs because even though they're not on the map, there are like innocents and civilian people around. So like I wouldn't go casting like a fucking fireball around here because you might hit somebody that you did.
Sickening radiance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Try to avoid those ones. All right, so Valen. She's tired, yo. She's real tired. And doesn't she have like Oh, somebody threw something at her. You might try to fuck that guy up. Hit the target deal. Oh yeah, she's gonna do this. Do I have like a spell attack roll? Yeah, sure. I'll use vampire. That hits. This guy. She sends a beam of energy, a green energy out of her staff, right? And as it sort of surrounds this guy, his arms shrivel up as he becomes like more weaker as she casts Ray of Enfeeblement. He now deals half damage with weapons. All right, and she's concentrating on that, I think. Not sure. Let me check. Not super familiar with this spell. Yeah, it's concentration. The Valen will maintain concentration. All right, that is Valen's turn. Now it's the Shield Guardian's turn. What would the Shield Guardian do? Valen points over at that guy over there. The Shield Guardian will just sort of. He'll go here, and he'll take one fist and just bash it into that guy over there, and then he's gonna take another fist and bash it into the other guy. First guy, that's a narrow. Nope, that's a miss. And second guy definitely gets down. He's still up though, but he gets hurt real good. All right. That's Shield Guardian's turn. Sapphira is now up.
All right. Does someone want Shield of Faith? If I do this, I can't do Moonbeam, but Quintus, could you use it? Another 2 AC?
It certainly wouldn't hurt.
Okay. I will cast Shield of Faith on Quintus as a bonus. Oops.
As rocky stones sort of grow off the ground to cover Quintus's skin.
I'm going to be concentrating on that.
Yep. Here, we put little blue dots when you're concentrating.
Yeah, there we go. Then Sapphira's going to move up and over to flank this one.
Okay.
And
2 attacks.
2 attacks, two-handed or one? Two-handed. She doesn't have her
Okay.
shield up yet.
All right, that's fine.
Oops, they should be
Hits.
advantage.
They should be.
Yeah. This will be a second attack.
Okay, that definitely hits, but crit fish for that first one.
Okay. Do.
Yeah, the first one hits. Let's see. That's a magical weapon. So he takes all the damage from it.
And ooh, no, I'm concentrating. Can I do Divine Smite if I'm concentrating?
Yes?
Okay. I think I'll do a Divine Smite.
Okay.
Oh, I should have said that earlier. I'm sorry.
No, you can say it afterwards. Divine Smite's one of those cool things you can just fucking tack on whenever you want.
All right, I'll tack on Divine
You could
Smite.
I mean, honestly, you could almost end your turn and be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna pile 12 Divine Smites and all that shit. So,
That's
you
fair.
know.
Yeah, and double up for the crit too.
Oh yeah. Oh, pump it onto the crit. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so,
that'll-
you're gonna do a first level one for 2d8.
Yeah. First
so
level
that's
2d8.
4d8. It's 4d8 because it's crit on that crit.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, so that's 8 on the first one. Minus another 15. Howie Maui, he's a little past bloodied.
Ooh. Hold on.
But that hurts him real good. He has never been attacked by a weapon that could hurt him like this.
Nice. And that'll end my turn.
Very good. Illican, you're up.
Okay, I think a little moonbeams in order. Right here, perhaps.
Put it
That's
next to
Sonars right there, right?
put it next to Sonar so that it hits somebody.
Next to Sonars, yeah, exactly. To get those two
Sonar
guys
can
right
move it
there.
on his turn.
Beautiful. All right, that's what I'll do with what is that? Oh, I'm hasted, so I get an attack as well.
Huh.
And
Sure
the
do.
bonus action, wild shape. Oh yes, that's what we're gonna do.
It's all
Okay,
coming
yes.
together now.
It's all coming together.
Coming together. Okay, so it's like when they start their turn, right? So no damage
Yes.
yet.
Not yet.
Okay, and then yeah, turn me into the polar bear.
I will just continue to take your turn. I can't find it.
Okay, I mean I could do the attacks if you want. Like I was just gonna like go here, and then let's get those attacks in.
Just one, by the way.
Well, it's the bear makes 2 attacks with an action.
But haste specifies.
you're hasty. You can only do one. So do the.
Oh, if it's with my
Stronger
hasted action. Oh no, I see
Yeah.
mechanic. Yeah, so I'll do the claws then.
All right. What? We're turning Illican into a polar bear. Did I miss something?
Ah, 8 to hit.
Mm.
Yeah, you just got to change my token. Oh, and the moonbeam.
Yep. I'll throw that down.
Or you can make
Where's
that a
the-
square. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, let me.
Are you were
Alright.
gonna do it right there, right? Because the other guy's Tariq. You don't put Tariq in
Oh, that's Tariq right there.
there. Above the werewolf, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then that's it's looking good to me.
All right. So you turn into a polar bear. Is there anything else that you're doing? You're gonna run up to some.
Oh yeah,
fucker and
I made an
attack him?
attack, but it's 8 to hit, so I assume it misses.
No, that doesn't hit. Oh yeah, and you're attacking this guy right here. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, well that is my turn.
Boy, that's a hell of a turn. All right, that's your turn. Cool. You shapeshift into a polar bear. These guys, unimpressed. It's a regular Tuesday for them. So we're back to the top of the round. Big smile. You're up again.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fast. I'm going to let a couple fists fly real quick at this guy.
Mhm.
Let's get
More than
just
a couple.
one in there. A 20.
That hits.
And I'm gonna see if we can stunning strike him here.
Huh?
If you can make
You got ghost fighting hands, don't you?
yeah,
You
these
got
are
magical hands?
magical fists. Yes.
Magic fists. Love that. Fucking love that. All right, so you can punch a ghost. All right, so I'm sorry. Con save for the werewolf.
Please, yes.
I'm surprised these guys don't have magic resistance. Fucking 22.
Oh yeah, that will succeed.
All right, roll damage since we're already here.
Sure.
Yep.
7.
All right. Mhm.
Give him another puncheroo. That
That's nice.
misses. Hasted action. I will also punch. Oh
Also
my
nice.
goodness gracious! And
You're hitting them, but your hands aren't as magic as you think they are because
yeah.
you punch right into him and you like crack his fucking ribs, right? I mean, you nail with that 10, you fucking nail him right in the chest, right? You can feel ribs crack and then they form back into place.
Okay. With my bonus action, then see he doesn't have the flanking bonus. There's moonbeams going around. This is like kind of weird for him. He'll just like take his fist back, go into his Philly shell, and then just disappear. And I'll do hidden step for my bonus
Okay,
action.
what does this look like when you do this?
Like the blink
Let's
of an eye, he now you see him, now you don't type of thing. He just like
That's
the
what we should
calm of
call
the
it.
storm subsides.
That's fucking
and
awesome. Now you
just
see me,
like
now you
see
don't.
him, boom, gone.
Awesome. Well, like a
He's
butterfly.
jumping side to side so fast that he looks like a blast.
That's what's happening. He's doing that little boxing exercise where you bounce on both feet, except he does it so fucking fast that he disappears. That's awesome. All right. That's my headcanon. All right, so is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
That's it.
Fucking awesome. All right. V, you're up.
All right, V. I'm gonna do this guy and this guy with a dissonant whisper.
Hmm?
I need
Whiz.
saves,
Whiz. save.
wisdom saves,
Roll
DC
your-
16.
Roll your things, Brennan. I think one of them fails. And the other succeeds. One fails, one succeeds. Top fails, bottom succeeds.
All right. And so top fails.
Hmm.
Sweet. Yep. That's the one I wanted to fail. He has to run. Well, he takes 10 damage. Other guy takes 5 damage, and that guy has to run away.
Top guy takes 10 damage. Bottom guy takes 5
Bottom
damage.
guy takes 5, and top guy has to run away. His full movement.
All right, he takes his full movement. Run away. All right.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
You do, because this doesn't
Everybody
count as
should.
this doesn't count as forced movement, which is like one of those game-breaking things. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
So that would be Quintus, Sapphira, and the polar bear.
Not worth it for me.
It's really that bad, huh?
But what am I gonna? I'm gonna stab him with a rapier, and he's just gonna take no damage.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's magic. That's my other game where the bard got a magic rapier. All right, so 5 definitely. You definitely hit him with the battle axe. Polar bear.
It's like Jacob stepped down.
I could do it. I have access to a character sheet. The claws are better. Oh, Geo,
Oh, what's up?
make a claw attack with your polar bear.
Oh, opportunity. Thank you.
Yes, no problem. That hits.
Ooh.
Holy
Nice.
fucking
Nice.
smokes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait,
14.
wait. Are you a magical polar bear though?
Well, I am right because I'm past level 6.
So yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that dude is on his last legs.
Let's go.
Good
This
turn.
this werewolf has never experienced anything like this. That is fucking still V's turn. You want to do anything else, V?
I'm going 5, 10, 15. I'm getting in front of Quintus, and I'm gonna try to shove this guy away from us.
Mm-hmm. That is force movement.
Strength
though.
save. Yes.
It's an 11
He moves 5 feet back.
that way.
Yeah.
Okay. No
and I will
problem.
then take that ground 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep.
We're feeling risky, are you?
Well, I'm trying to protect my friend.
Okay. So Tariq's turn. Tariq is already engaged in combat with this guy, so he'll just continue. He whirls this thing around for a tripping strike. He gets a hit for 6. Then he's going to need him to make a save. Which 6 fails, so he's knocked prone. And then once he's knocked prone, he will get advantage on 2 more strikes. Pike.
Pretty clever.
Yep. So both hit. Damn, boy, there's the damage I was looking for. Was that 23?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That was good. You can see Tariq in action, right? As he like takes the back end of his so you know how as a bonus action, if you take the polearm master, you can do like the button with the back of the well, he's sort of developed his own style where he trips them with that attack and then he stabs into them. So that's 2 good strikes as he's prone on the ground. Now is the Ragged Warrior's turn. There's 2 of them fighting Shield Guardian.
This is his old tribe, right?
It is his old tribe, yeah.
I'm assuming he probably knows their fighting style pretty well.
He does. That's a good point. That's a good point. This guy, I think, since I'll let Illican make the call. Illican, pick even or odd. The number you pick is what you're gonna get. So even or odd.
Even.
Oh, I rolled to myself. Yeah, it's a 4, so you get it. So the Ragged Warrior's gonna. Oh, he's out of staves. He's out of sticks. He's got to go in. He only has 1 spear left, so he's got to run in. So he's gonna run in and come to here, and he will have a spear in one hand and draw a kinjal with the other. So he can make a couple of attacks. 2 spear attacks. That's an 18 to hit the polar bear.
Yeah, both hit.
All right, do
I
all
got
that
him.
damage.
Yeah, and I gotta make a con save.
Yep, 2 of them, right? Yes.
Ooh. Oh, it's 1 for each attack. Right.
Each time you take damage.
Ah.
+3.
Plus 3. You
Oh,
make it.
+3. That's right.
All right, so you make that one. And then he's gonna whip out his kinjal and try to stab you with it.
I was literally just searching for like anything that could increase my roll.
21 to hit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, my AC is not
when
high
he
with this thing.
draws his kinjal, right, he goes to stab it in you, and you can see these delicate sort of carved patterns on the inside of it heats up and starts to glow with this almost white hot heat as he stabs it into you. So you take 5 plus 2 piercing. Or
Well, so I take all this damage, right? So the 10 piercing, so 10, 14, 21. Oh, 28. It's just multiples of 7.
jeez, what a fucking guy these are. See, this is what I'm talking about. These motherfuckers can dish them out.
Yeah, no, these dudes don't mess around, man.
No, they're fucking reggads, man. So that's it for that guy, and then the other guys are gonna fight the shield guardian. Yes. Honestly, I don't see why the shield guardian can't just fucking butcher these guys. Like, they are not gonna be able to take him down. All right, we'll just sort of leave these guys out of the combat for now. They're just sort of taking damage from the shield guardian. If any of you throw a pot shot at them, they'll go down. Let's just say, because I don't want to feel like fighting myself. All right, so next in the order is also you see the camp right around you. You can see that Fazian is like doing battle with one of these ragged warriors, right? There's 3 of them, and Fazian doing his crazy spear moves and stuff. And one of the rival tribe stabs down into Fazian's like leg, like his thigh, right? And he like takes a knee, and the other one goes down to swipe at his like head, right? And you see Amar Khan come in and take his staff and hold off all 3 of their spears at the same time, like toss them away. Yeah, that guy's a badass. And he like wipes it, comes in, and now fighting side by side is Fazian and Amar Khan. Okay. Next in the order is Gabar.
All right. I'm gonna start reloading my gun, but look around and see the chaos and be like, no time. And I'm just gonna cast a nice little magic missile at 3rd level.
Okay, who are you hitting?
So this I don't like how surrounded my buddy over there is. So I'm gonna send. So that's 5 darts.
3rd level.
At 3rd level, correct?
Yep.
So I'm gonna send 3 at whichever one of those 2 is looking worse, and then 2 into the other.
So 2 into this guy. Or where are you? Ping him.
Oh yeah. So sorry. Actually, no. I'm gonna do 3 on this guy and 2 on this guy because he's gonna get sucked up in a moonbeam anyways.
All right. So 3 on this guy.
Yeah.
2 on this guy.
Correct.
All right. The first 3 will be on the top guy. Send him.
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
And then for the other 2.
6.
And just out of curiosity, all right, we're good.
I forgot about that. All right. So you blast them, but they seem to be okay. As they're still like assaulting Big Smile, who is like moving at like 90 miles an hour, dude. Big Smile is like, you can't even see him. He is moving so fucking fast. All right.
And I'm gonna move I'm gonna just move a little away from the guy
That's fine.
right there.
That's
and that's it.
All right, Quintus, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go into survival mode and drop Bane to cast Fly on myself and go 60 feet straight up.
Shit. Okay. All right, done. Angel, or what is it? Frozen angel wings or devil wings or whatever pop out of your back and crack into real wings.
Yeah, he's just gonna kind of like be heaving 60 feet above the battle.
Okay. You can get a good overhead view of the whole thing, and you can see that out of the 20 people that are attacking you, I mean, you got what, 5 or 6 of them around you, right? Maybe a little less than half of them have already got something and are leaving, whether it be a basket full of food or people. Like, there's a lot of raggeds that are being carried away by werewolves. All right, that's your turn.
Yep.
I think it's what, a bonus action to move Moonbeam.
Full action.
It's a full action to move it.
Yeah, it's a full action.
Okay. All right, and he will burn his action to move his Moonbeam over one to make the double Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Double Moonbeam. I can't move it right now. Not working. Double Moonbeam. It's so beautiful. It's like a double rainbow.
It's,
All right.
it's almost looking like a triple Moonbeam.
All right. That
Wait,
is
there's more.
So that's the end of Sonar's turn. Next in the order is the werewolves. All right. So the one that's in the Moonbeam is going to make 2 con.
Yeah,
Or-
Constitution.
Yes, con.
I need to make 2 for the double. Sonars, he succeeds, and I think he succeeds on other homeboys too. But we're gonna go ahead and roll damage. Roll twice, Geo or
All right.
Pelican, so that I can just use it for
Yeah, you got it.
Sonars too. We'll just total them
Uh,
and use it.
Okay. The next one.
You could marginally get a higher number. You just add them all together and then have it. 16, 17, 18, 20 halved is 10. Perfect. That guy takes 10 damage, which is pretty significant. He's bloodied. He's bloodied. Oh, not quite. Almost. All right. Now we move on. You are invisible. Right, Big Smile?
Yes.
Okay, so they can't see you to attack. So they're going to move, but you know, if you make an attack of opportunity,
Right.
you will lose your invisibility.
Pops me out of it. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So then in that case, this guy's going to go 5, 10, and move here to get Tariq, and this guy is also going to move to Tariq. Did you take an attack of opportunity on the one that left your combat range?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Make that attack of opportunity. But then you will become visible enough for this one to get you.
That's
That
fine.
hits.
8
All right.
damage.
All right, but now you're visible, so this one down here can get you.
Okay.
All right, cool. We're gonna do 2 werewolves on Tariq. Wait, why is this one like that? Oh, he's prone. He'll use his movement. All right, so bite claw on Tariq. Both hit for 19.
Ooh.
Tariq is like surrounded. Hold up, I'll tell you what they're saying here in a second.
That's 18 damage, by the way.
What did I say? 19?
19, yeah.
It's fine. If 1 point saves him or kills him, he probably deserved to die. Another 2.
We have a win by 2 rule here. It's kind of like tennis.
Jesus, Pete.
That's a hit and a hit
Ouch.
for 24. 4. All right, he's starting to feel it. He's bloodied. Tariq is bloodied. And then this one's going to turn around and attack.
Does he join the club?
Huh?
Does he join the club?
What, of attacking Tariq?
No, of being a werewolf.
He's already a werewolf.
Does he join the club? Let's see. How many is that? 2? You don't know nothing about that. No, he doesn't.
No, it's his worst fear.
You don't know. You don't know nothing about that, Brendan. All right. So this one is gonna go for homeboy though. These are for you. Big smile. The
Okay.
first one's a fail. They suck.
Oh,
All right.
Dipping and dodging.
Yeah, you are. All right. So as they go to surround Tariq, right, you can hear them in their sort of snarling voice, like, "You will join us." You know, they're like, we know who you are. You will be one of us. And Tariq's trying to fight him off, but he keeps getting clawed and slashed at and wounded. And he gets down on a knee, tries to swipe one of them, and they jump. And, he's like battling it, but they're like surrounding him like, "Fucking, you're going to be one of us, you piece of shit. We know what you did, you traitor." Stuff like that. All right. Is that all the werewolves? No. There's more. All right. This one's out. He's going to leave. He will use his full speed to get the fuck out. All right, he's like 60 feet away from that spot. I don't think you guys are gonna deal with him anymore. We're just gonna sort of make an X on him. He's basically dead. All right.
Coward.
Yeah, he's basically dead. He'll try to grab a child or something on his way out.
Fuck that kid.
Yeah.
Him, not us.
Yeah. So the other one, there's V and there's Sonar. V's being a bitch to this guy, so he's gonna go for V. Bite and oops. Did it go through? Nope. All right. Bite and
He misses the bite.
he misses the bite.
Yeah.
Oh, good thing because it was a 19.
Yes, he does.
What did he roll?
6.
Oh,
So unless he has like a plus 10 or
Does a
whatever.
12 hit V?
Oh.
that is right under my AC right now. I have a 13.
Okay. All right. And then an 11. He's not flanking. All right. Yep. 11.
Nah,
All right. He misses.
nope, swing and a miss.
Yeah. He barrels down on you, right? And Sonar slams his staff down and light shines and he sort of recoils back. But V, you stood your ground against him too. You're no pansy.
V was bracing to cast shield,
right.
knowing that this was about to happen, but like just narrowly, nimbly dodges out of the way. And she's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. These are Sonar's kind of enemies. You know what I mean? Like, if Moonbeam fucks him up, it's something that Sonar doesn't like. So he's definitely gonna be trying to help you. Anyways, and he'll say some fucking, the power of Christ compels you. You know what I mean? All right, that is the werewolves. Now we go back to Valen. Now that those things are distracted, let's see what she want to fuck with the side of the map. Yeah, there's a guy nearby. Who doesn't trust her? The people over here? Yeah, all right. She'll help V in them. You low on health? A little.
Yourself.
Fuck it, she'll run up. She'll run up, and she will stick her hand out, right? And as she does, this green spectral clawed demonic hand will grow over the top of her like a spectral, right? And she'll reach out and grab onto this werewolf's shoulder, and she's gonna try to suck some of his life out of him. And she fucking misses. She tries, but it rolls its shoulder and elbows her in the eye, and she gets like a cut over her eye, her good eye, and she recoils back. And that's Valen's turn. The Shield Guardian is in mortal combat with these other guys. Sapphira, you're up. That would be Eric.
Yeah, I'm thinking because
Okay.
I want to help with these ones down here because it's 3 against 1.
You can
I can take
dash.
those guys down there.
You can action dash if you need to.
Thanks, Miles.
Get
Mr.
right
Tony always
on
says that.
them. Get right
Yeah,
on
yeah.
them with a dash. Oh, you're hasted, right?
No, I'm not hasted.
Oh fuck.
No.
Yeah, then you can make
No.
it. You can make it to him with an action. At least give him more targets.
Cast Moonbeam.
Or you can cast Moonbeam.
Triple
We are
Moonbeam.
sort of working for the triple Moonbeam.
Triple. It's never been done.
I think I'm
I
gonna.
love this.
You-
I love the triple Moonbeam.
All
I was
right,
gonna
I
say
think
you
I'm
can
gonna.
even hit 3 of them, but that's fucking Tariq.
That's true.
Nerd.
No, I don't
It's a
want to.
sacrifice
don't
we're
wanna-
willing to make.
Yeah, that would dummy Tariq so badly too.
Wait, aren't werewolves shape changers?
Yeah, they've had
They are.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've just been rolling obscenely well.
Okay, I'm going to drop Shield of Faith and cast Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only reverts them if they fail.
Oh,
Yeah, if
I
they
guess
fail.
we'll do it probably.
Yeah, they've
there-ish.
succeeded every time.
oh, that's whack.
Yeah. All right. So, what are you doing? Another moonbeam down
Yep,
there?
another Moonbeam.
Hell yeah! All right, cool. So, now there's like one big fucking pumping of divine light from the sky, and then a second one over nearby, and those two are starting to move together across the ground and make the triple
Oh,
moonbeam.
jeez.
Like two black holes orbiting each other.
Oh man, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for the triple moonbeam. I'm so stoked. All right. Well, we're about to make it a double. Illican, you're up.
Okay. Look at this. Yeah, where should I put the moonbeam?
The
could
orange
double it up-
square. The
double it
orange
up
square is
or,
Sapphira's.
Yeah, that's
Do whatever you
Sapphire.
want to do.
Yellow.
We are really excited about the triple moonbeam, though.
Do whatever you want to do, but if you don't do the triple moonbeam, Jay's gonna kill your character right here.
Another one. All right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I'll put it on top of the.
All
Sapphire.
right. All right. That requires an action, huh? But you're hasted still.
I'm hasted. Yeah.
You
So
get
I can
another
still
one.
make one of my attacks. Yeah.
Yep. And there's a ragged on you.
And it's an action, huh? Actually, hold on, let me. Can I double check?
I thought it was a
Move it.
bonus action too, but Brendan seems pretty confident.
No, it's an
I believe him.
action. I'm pretty sure Brendan's right.
And that was my bread and butter for Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah, I remember. I was there for that.
Yeah, it's an action. Yep.
Okay. All right, so you get a series of attacks though still on this guy.
Yes. Well, I think the way it works is that I get the claw attack, but that's it. I think that's what we were because it's you can only make one attack, not an action like that.
Yeah, like you just get a
Like
claw
haste.
attack with the
Oh,
hasted
it's
action.
only
Because
one.
it's the hasted action. Yeah, it specifically says that. Yeah.
All right,
But the
all right.
the claws are beefy. Let's
Yeah,
hope we get a good hit.
No.
10? Ah, man.
Sorry.
I'm getting screwed today.
He just takes his spear and like
Hmm.
whaps your paw out of the way. This,
All right, well-
this seems like it ain't the first time he's had to face a bear.
Yeah, I'll continue holding him off. The moonbeam is what's really been putting in more work for me.
Yes, sir. All right.
But, all right.
Big smile. You're up.
I got to get back to basics here with the flanking. I'll take an attack of opportunity
Uh-huh.
and get on the ones and twos with
Well, here
purple here.
comes claw attack. It is a 16 to hit.
That misses. I'm way
Alright.
too fast.
Too fast.
I'm gonna punch him a bunch of times.
All right, do it. Hit. Miss.
Regular action, hasted action,
Hit.
and I'll burn a key point and do two
Two
more
more.
punches.
Yep.
Flurry of blows.
Hit.
All right, so
Four
all of them
hits.
but the 11 then. Let's just tally all this up.
Yeah, give me a total.
12, 17, 12 and 7 is
27.
19. Yes, thank you, sir.
Yep, that's why I have you guys. I don't have to do any math. All right, 27. He is one more series of strikes like that, and you would just straight up kill this guy.
Boom.
All right, that's your turn.
Got it covered over here. Yep.
All right, so you start wailing on him, right? And your fists are like cracking bones in his back, right? And he like wheels around and tries to slash out at you, and you duck underneath it, give him a fucking uppercut, right? And now he's like sort of in combat with you, taking him off of Tariq. Tariq sort of looks over at you, thankfully. V, you're up.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be all right. Okay, so I'm going. Another twin spell.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me make sure I got enough. For my spell level. Oh yeah, I got plenty. Oh, I never. Oh, hold on. 30. I gotta do some measuring. Oh, sweet. I haven't done it this way before. I'm going to upcast Cautious Mind Whip.
Okay. What does that do?
I think it's more creatures.
Means
Right?
I can, I can choose another creature, but they have to be within 30 feet of each other, which they are.
Fucking sick. So you like use one as like a sonar to teleport into the
Yeah,
next.
so I get this one right in front of me, and he zaps to the this one.
All right, and
Psychic chain lightning.
that's awesome. All right, 2 intelligence saves. They both fail.
Both fail.
Yeah, so that's 9 damage.
Sweet. They both
apiece.
take 9 psychic damage,
Yep.
and they can only take an action, bonus action, or move.
Okay.
I will remind you.
Thank you. As you like send this telepathic
that's my turn.
energy out, they hold their heads, and this one, like the one in front of you, emits the psionic energy, bounces off of his head and hits the other guy that's fighting Big Smile. So Big Smile, you see this guy recoil from some invisible force. That's your turn, V.
No more reactions either, so you can move.
That
Oh yeah.
that is yes, and no reactions as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you gonna move, V? Or you wanna stop?
No, I'll move.
Yeah, I figured.
V
brought it
can
up.
handle that.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. All right. Cool.
She can handle moving out.
All right. So it's Tariq's turn. Tariq is going to. He's going to notice that the one that's turned around to fight Big Smile, he's going to use that to his advantage and just sort of sweep around with this, like moving his leg and the staff at the same time. He's going to try to fucking knock this guy's legs out from underneath of him. So that is a grip attack. Yeah, definitely hits. Oh my god, he's almost dead. He'll knock him to the ground, maybe. Let's see. Strength save. Strong. All right, then in that case. He'll leave him. He'll leave him for Big Smile. He'll attack the guy in front of him. Or like the one that's not flanked. Very good. Tariq. 2 pike attacks. Both hit for 15 damage. All right. That guy's bloodied too. That's this fellow. Is also bloodied. All right, that is Tariq's turn. Next in the order is the Reghead Warriors. There's only one that actually counts. We're going to say that one of them dies. Probably this one down here. From his combat with the Shield Guardian. This one is going to make 2 attacks, or 3 technically, on the Polar Bear. So, a spear on the Polar Bear. 9.
9 misses.
9 again?
Oh, both miss.
And then the Kinjal.
Let's see.
10. He misses.
Miss. All
All
right.
right. That's all of them, right? Yep. All right. Next in order is Gabar.
All right, another 3rd level magic missile, and this time I'm just gonna send them all at the one that's next to Tariq. Yeah, I know.
this guy.
I said that, and I'm like, wait.
That guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get him. Give me a total.
5, 9, 14. Holy shit! What? No way.
Wow.
That's
pretty good.
almost max.
Yeah,
Right.
seriously.
Well, how much is that total?
That is 24 points of damage.
Hey, so like that is exactly how much hit points this guy has left. So how do you want to do this?
Thank you for them rolls. Yeah, so I see, this clump of Reged werewolves ganging up on my homeboy and this other random Tariq guy, and I'm like, I can't let that fly. So I pull out these little scraps of paper that I use, throw them up in the air. They all turn into these darts, fly, weave through these werewolves, slam one in the chest, two in the chest, all five in the chest. He falls back into the moonbeams that's right behind him, and the whole thing disintegrates.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Yeah, he just burns up to ash as it like floats
Hell
up in the
yeah.
air. Very cool. Very cool. All right, that is your turn.
Yes.
All right, Quintus, you're up.
Gonna also cast Magic Missile and just send 4 darts down to the warrior down by Illiken.
Okay.
And like the wings flap and like manticore spikes, a bunch of darts come flying out of them.
Oh yeah. I got you. You're like icicles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's one way to
13
do
damage
it, I
to this
guess.
guy.
All right, cool. Yep, he takes it. I think that's like the first bit of damage he's taken so far. All right, you blast him. He takes a couple steps back. He's confused and, a little scared of this devil flying in the sky.
And then I'll shout down to Big Smile. Don't get overwhelmed down there.
Okay. Was that an inspiration?
Yep.
Bardic inspiration. Okay. Sonar's turn. Sonar. We'll take a cue from everyone. And move the moonbeam.
Let's go.
As he does, right, we get this sort of wide moonbeam, right? And then as Sonar moves his over to it, it's like a fucking pulse. Like shooting a pea through a straw, right? This energy blasts down on this guy and just fucking burns him all up. He's suffering real bad. Sonar will again fucking say his thing and slam his staff down into the ground. That is Sonar's turn. Next thing orders the Ragged Werewolves. So let's see. Let's get. Wait, what? Were you gonna say
I was
something?
just gonna make a shitty joke.
Oh, make your shitty joke. Yeah.
Put in the animator and animate that.
All right, so we are going to handle this triple moonbeam guy first. All right, so that's what, 3 con saves,
3 con saves. I'll do the.
and they're all at disadvantage.
At
One
disadvantage. yeah.
fail.
There we go. Finally.
Fail.
Ooh, 3 for 3.
All right, so
Finally.
this guy, I don't have
Let's
another
go.
token for him, but he turns back into a Ragged Warrior. Go ahead and roll all the damage. So, roll them all. Elican. Eric, you don't mind. right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, go
rolling.
for it. Yeah, go for it.
Ooh,
Ouch.
Come on.
Come on, yes.
There we go.
Jesus. So 24 damage.
Yep.
Holy crap. Just because I want to, you just fucking eviscerate this guy. You're a little shy, but fuck it. I think he should die from the triple moonbeam. That's too cool to
Run
not-
from it. Dread it. The triple
Yeah,
moonbeam.
the triple moonbeam is
Undefeated.
what's up.
I
So,
imagine if it pulses, it's like epileptic at this point, and
oh,
like,
for
you just
sure.
you see the body like fizzle out like
Oh
that.
man, yeah.
yeah, it
He
also shrinks back down to a man.
he turns into a human and then, like fucking Frieza getting melted
Yes,
by the
like
Kamehameha, or whatever, Cell or whatever, where their eyes bulge out and they're turn into nothingness.
Yeah,
All
Big
right,
Cell is the scene you're thinking of.
Cell.
probably,
Yes,
yeah.
it is Cell. All right. We have more werewolves though. Yes, we do. We have one that's like on death's door. He's going to disengage and run. Make it there.
Is disengage the action?
Oh, then he can't move.
He can't do both. Yes.
Oh god, he's gonna cower then. He's cower in action. No, I'm just kidding. He'll fight for his life. So as an action, then I can take my multi-attack then, right? It's not like you can only make one attack.
No,
Yeah,
you
no,
can
that's
have
slow.
your action.
All right, fuck it. He's gonna go for, who does he hate more? Tariq. He's gonna go for Tariq with 2 attacks. Bite and a claw. First one misses, second one hits for 15. Ooh, Tariq is not looking good. And then there's one on Valen and Sonar. Sonar's doing Moonbeam, so he's gonna attack him. You can tell there's something's going on with Sonar. Both hit. 20
Hacking
damage.
Sonar.
Oh my god, Sonar is so fucked. right
I'm gonna cutting words the second one.
now. Okay, you gotta roll for it then. Yep, that's enough. All right, the second one misses for only. So now he's only at 10. He has 30 hit points left. He would have had 10
Not bad.
after that other attack. So, all right, that's the werewolves. You see that the fight outside of your little area is dwindling now, as most of the warriors that were attacking the raiders, they have gotten what they want and are now escaping. With people, mostly. That's mostly what they're taking. They take some supplies and some gear, but it's mostly human beings.
Nice.
All right, that's it for the Ragged Werewolves. Next in the order is Valin. Second verse is the same as the first. She's going to try to suck his life out of him. She's already right there. She's not flanking. Oh, well, she'll move to flanking then. She hits. She gets, what, half of that and 6. Oh, she's back to exactly at full. All right. So yeah, green. She stabs him into him, and as she does, the like dark blood that's inside of this creature goes into these claws and then go into her like arm and invigorate her arm as she like heals from sucking this guy's life essence. Shield Guardian is going to I think he's still got combat to do. Sapphira, you're up.
Can't quite make it down there. Big Smile probably has that good. So Sapphire's just gonna come up to this one and smack the ever-loving shit out of it.
Let's do it. Hit. 19. Still up.
Okay, that's about all I can do. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So you reach up, slash down at it, right? And it like cuts this motherfucker open. He is on death's door.
Oh wait, sorry. Divine Smite.
Divine Smite. I was hoping you were going to say that. Go ahead. That's a 2d8, right?
2d8. Yep.
Get it? Okay. Do you want to do another one, or that's good? You are about to take a rest.
Yeah, I'll take one more at a heightened second level.
Okay, that's what, 3d8?
Yeah, 3d8.
Okay.
Because I fuck these things.
Yeah, you're probably gonna. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. How do you want to do this?
Nice.
So I think Sapphira, she gets 1 slash, 2 slash. This thing's hurting. She raises the great axe over her head. It shines with divine light, and she just brings it down and slices its head clean in two.
Disgusting. I love it.
Yes.
Gore flies all over the place. And that is Sapphira's turn.
Yes.
Okay. Illican, how do you want to kill this Ragged Warrior?
Oh, I was I was
what do
gonna
you
not
want?
move the moonbeam so
The
I can make
combat
3 attacks.
combat's
Yeah.
over. I don't feel like duking it out any further. There's no real threat. So just kill him. How do you want to do it?
Yeah, what Illican's gonna do is he like this redhead, like every claw swipe or bite he usually gets, like like I said, this guy's clearly experienced fighting bears, and
Yeah.
the spear keeps him at length.
Yes.
So what he does is Illican goes on like his hind legs. You know how bears do that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But like the way he's walking, it's not like a regular bear. Like he incorporates some like human-like movement into it,
Mhm.
and he basically grabs this guy
Oh
and
shit!
then brings him up and like bites him, and then like rips his flesh off,
Rips
and,
into him.
and then just like throws him back down and like
Perfect.
mauls him.
Yeah, he's totally dead. I'll give you. Wait, did Chris come back yet?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, you can tag team with Tariq killing this last werewolf. What do you want to do?
Oh, beautiful. I mean, if he's like gonna hit him low,
Describe
with
yeah. He'll go low for the sweeping attack.
yeah, and I'll hit him high and just get this dude like totally
Arch his back.
horizontal.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, yep. And he's just back snaps and it's this little werewolf is dead now.
Nice.
And you all look over and you will see the shield guardian grabs this ragged warrior and lifts him in the air and is just punching him consistently in the face, right? With just one hand holding him and one hand just pelting into him with unrelenting force. And we are out of combat. As you see, the rest of the camp sort of relaxes.
Is there any of these raiders within 90 feet of us carrying some people away still? Are they like already gone?
I would say that it's already too late. Whoever's left in the camp is being, quickly dealt with by whatever warriors are around.
I was just seeing if I could try to save one person. I was going to get kidnapped.
It's too late. Yeah, it's too late.
While I'm in the sky, I'll try and see if I can see if Fozzian survives.
Oh yeah, him, Amarcon, his son, a lot of the major NPCs are still okay.
Are you okay?
Does that
kid?
include the guy we saved twice?
Yes.
Such a
Yeah, I'm-
liability, this old man.
Hey,
I'm reloading my
he
gun.
gave some useful information. Oh yeah, yes.
I'm reloading my
definitely.
gun and I look over at Big Smell like, yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah.
No, if this old man can make it, they're like, what excuse do we have?
That's maybe more we can say than the rest of the camp. It looks like they got hit pretty hard. We make our way like into the heart of the camp and
Yeah, you can see that there's like some people that are like on their knees crying.
yeah.
Yeah, if there's anyone looking hurt, Illikin will make like some good berries, offer them around, maybe offer.
Perfect.
Yeah, so
healing
Fire's
stuff.
got some lay on hand she can pass around as needed.
Perfect. Quintus, you look pretty hurt.
Yeah, I'm the only one fucked up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You gonna do some healing somehow? Sonar will sort of walk up to you, I guess, and he'll
Yeah,
get
give me a moment.
even though Sonar's like also pretty fucked up, he will sort of walk up to you and place his hands on you, Quintus, and he's gonna give you second level. Whatever that is. And as you heal up, some of those scratches and stuff that you got heal up quickly, but the bite on your bicep remains.
Okay, you said I don't know nothing about that, but I counter with I've been traveling with Illikin for like a month.
I will allow a check. I will allow a check of whatever sort of caliber that you wish.
I guess Arcana.
Sure. I mean, has Illikin even mentioned how he got it?
Well, so Illikin will actually come up now, and he's gonna cast like a what is it, Cure Wounds
Mhm.
on Quintus, and I
Same
guess
thing. You heal him up. The
I
one
heal
wound
him
on
up,
the arm
and
remains.
I guess it's your call whether Illikin notices and like says something.
Sure, you can notice.
All right, then Illikin will say, did one of them, the Wolfmen, did one of them bite you, Quintus?
Yeah, pretty bad.
Well, then this mark, if it's anything like what Oyam and Artuk gave to me, it will linger and it will begin to cause changes to your physical form. You won't be able to control it very well at first, but if you focus your mind, I can try to guide you. You
Tariq
may
will
be able to.
Tariq will run up and like he's all fucked up too. But he will run up and like grab your arm and like be fucking signing really hardcore at you guys.
Tariq is trying to say something.
Okay, well, I guess I'm right there. Can,
Yeah.
can I give him a?
He
Is it?
are you connected to his? You're connecting to his mind, like trying to figure out what he
Yeah, I'm
wants?
connected to him, but I don't want to. I don't want to say anything in his head without his permission.
He is trying to express to you that you will become cursed. You're cursed. You know, they have given you the curse. You will turn evil. You will join them. He's like panicking for you.
Oh,
Then I'll turn to Quintus and I'll be like, well, it looks like you and I are in the same boat. Just maybe yours is a bit worse. He says that you might have what they have.
Yeah, I mean, no
Curse.
offense, you can't jump as far. I'm gonna lose myself. I can't be more of a liability than I'm already gonna be.
what about the Sahir? Maybe one of these regheads knows how to fix this.
From what I know, it can be cured, but the power could be used to your advantage to an extent. Of course, you will never be able to fully control it, as you know with me. Well, it's your decision.
Actually, Illican, I think you might not have said that, because I think Aryar Manartuk would have explained to you that although her gift to you is a gift, is a blessing, she considers it. She would have told you that other lycanthropes are hellbent. Like some of them, it cannot be controlled. It will corrupt you.
I'll say that this one, you see, unlike what Oyamanarta gave to me, is more of a curse than a blessing, as assuming V translated, as Tariq says. We should seek some solution to this as quickly as possible.
Can I say in Quintus's head, we may have to acquire Len's spellbook sooner rather than later.
Maybe what needs to be done.
Did I said that was in Quintus's head.
Yes, that was in Quintus's head.
In Quintus's head.
Yeah, in secret. But
Just
do-
making it clear. So
I
nobody
do
heard.
want to add one thing. Valen is here, right? And she will sort of take stock of what's happening, and she'll say, curse. I have something for that. But I believe this may be beyond what my spell can handle. This type of curse is more primitive, more ancient.
We gotta at least try.
Primal, that's the word, not primitive. Primal.
I mean, Illican, do you know if it had to reverse something like this?
I have a spell I can try, but there are no guarantees.
Right. Basically,
may work, may not.
what Valen is saying is in this one, maybe the lycanthropy is not going to be just solved by a remove curse. Maybe V's thing can be handled that way, but not your lycanth. That one's going to require a special, which you don't know.
Yeah, and if remove curse doesn't work, then lesser.
That's
restore
basically
also.
what Valen is trying to say. Is that this lycanthropy thing's a little beyond what she can take care of.
I think you might need the other restoration for this one.
The other. And
Maybe-
actually, yeah, upon like going through his memories, Illican will recall what lesser restoration does, and I think he'll determine that this is not going to do the trick. He actually remembers a time where maybe someone got cursed or something similar, some kind of magical
Sure.
effect, and lesser restore didn't do anything.
Right.
And we did just save this tribe from getting totally wiped out and snatched up. Probably are owed a favor. Maybe the magic blind girl here can help us.
The Sahir seems like our best option.
Should probably go quickly.
I have a character question. Would
Yes.
Saphira consider the notion of hiding this? Because this tribe was just attacked by werewolves, and if I'm not saying she is saying this, I'm putting my logic
Asking.
forward that
Sure.
If we come forward and say, "Hey, one of ours was infected," is that going to cause a problem?
So I will say, I don't think Sapphire would think that far ahead.
I didn't want to say it, but I
Totally
was
fair.
thinking it.
Yeah, Sapphire has a what? Intelligence of 6 or something like that.
8.
Yeah,
8.
6.
Yeah.
6. Oh shit.
6.
It's
Yeah,
worse than
it's
I
a
thought.
miracle she could speak at all. So
She forgets to breathe sometimes, like realize she's holding her breath.
yeah, she's really on the slow track there. So I would say the answer is she probably wouldn't say
Okay.
anything at all.
At some point. Oh, go ahead.
So here's our best bet then.
Yeah. I think so, and I think we got to move quickly.
All right. Well, what's the
Yeah.
next thing?
At some point during this conversation, like after combat ended into this point, I think I would have sent Grim to try to start tracking the fleeing raiding party
Okay.
and try to get a bearing on which direction they're headed.
Well, you can tell that right now they are headed. Here, I'll just pull you guys over the big map. All right, let me get rid of all these. Character stop loss. You can tell that they are headed southwest from this direction. Southwest from here, so like this. All right, so what do you guys want to do? You can see the camp trying to recover. There's people crying and screaming. Or not screaming, but like, they're trying to recover from this attack.
Is it like past midnight?
Oh, well, let's see. If you left at like 6 a.m. and you trekked for 12 hours, what time is it?
6.
Oh yeah, it's 12. I thought it was 14.
No, it was 12. So let's just say it's like 7:30. Definitely nighttime though.
Let's see if we can find us here.
I'll start collecting like werewolf blood for like a possible spell component. I don't know. He's just fucking desperate.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. As you guys are looking for the Sahir, you will see Fazian. He has a bandage around his leg where he was stabbed earlier, and he will sort of approach the group with you. Ooh, I have notes here. One of the werewolves that was fighting Tariq, he would have said, remember how he said they kept talking shit to him? The specific thing that I've written down that he would say is, Tariq, son of Ashar, you should be dead. Dalim Ashar will be pleased to know I finished you off, right? All right. So anyways, as you guys are looking for this Sahir, Fazian will approach. And he will sort of bow his head towards you guys. And he will say, I saw what you did. Thank you for your assistance. You have protected our tribe this day.
Didn't come without cost. I'll gesture to Quintus.
Where's this here?
He like sort of looks around. I believe she is, and he like points over to where she could possibly be.
You guys get information. I'll just start wandering off that way.
Okay. Fozzie will sort of watch you leave and then turn back to the group of you. Does anybody go with Quintus, or just Quintus just go to Quintus?
Yeah.
I was gonna look at V.
Okay, V goes with Quintus. The rest of you stay behind. Fozzie will say, "We are very close to Sadafa tribe territory. The Sadafa tribe present a great threat to the Sadiq people. We were not expecting to be ambushed.
Oh, we certainly saw the threat firsthand. I would say we are in this together now. Our common survival it benefits both of us, put simply.
You have done a great service to this tribe for combating this evil. You know this, the Sadafa tribe is led by the cursed Dalim. He is a brutal warrior who worships an evil god, and he hunts regeds and eats their flesh, bathes in their blood. This Dalim, the one who comes with you, sort of points over. Tariq's off to the side. Tariq, it is his father. The Sadafa tribesmen are monsters and cannibals. And ever since the endless night, the tribe of the Sadafa have been hunting and feeding on other tribes to survive.
Well, just another reason to help us end this endless night, then.
You are right. And our tribe is on the brink of survival as it is. But we will not make it if we continue to be attacked by the Sadafa. Our weapons are almost useless against them. And they pick us off one by one.
Yes, we must take action. This leader must be stopped. No other way about it.
While I certainly agree that the Staffa tribe is a very serious threat to the Sadiq, we don't really have the resources right now to be deviating from more pressing matters.
Yes. Yes, of course. You have completed the long and arduous journey alongside us. You have combated our enemies, and you have shown your might and strength. He will take his spear and get down on a knee and bow towards the group of you. The fucking Dalim of the fucking Sadiq tribe bows before you. And he will say, "You all have gained my utmost respect, and I will be willing to aid you however I can." He'll stand up. And you notice that when some of the other people around the camp who are mourning or moving the dead or doing whatever notice Fozzie and bow, they also tilt their heads downward. Maybe not take a knee, but most of them like acknowledge, that. So I have spoken.
How soon may we have an audience with you then?
Sort of motions his hand like, no time like the present.
Illiken will kind of turn to everyone else. See if there are any disagreeable faces, and if there aren't, we'll turn back. And he will ask, what can you tell us about the Isle of Solstice?
He nods. My Sahir has told me of what you seek. This Isle of Solstice. It is a magical island. and also the location of an ancient frost giant stronghold. It is said to be impossible to find, and is surrounded by dark fog and sheer rocks that destroy any boat that comes near to it. However, I know how you can get to the island.
Nodding.
Please tell.
Looking expectedly.
To the west of here, on the coast of the ice sea, is a wooden dock, at the end of which is a bell. The ring of the bell is said to summon a great creature known as Angajuk. Angajuk is a massive sperm whale. Most whales live to be up to 70 years old, but legends say Angajuk has been swimming the sea for over 200. They say that Angajuk is capable of intelligent thought greater than that of an average whale. And upon its great arching back is the remains of a sunken ship, lashed to it with huge ropes. Angajuk will know the waters of this ice sea far more than any human ever could. It will know the island which you speak, and if you are kind to it, it may take you there in the ship upon its back. You know, like a giant talking fish.
Yeah, I figured that's what they were referencing. Great, yeah, just a magical creature will take us to, fabled little island to where we find the Frostmaiden. Fuck.
Is this Revel's End that we're looking for?
It is a place known as Angajuk's Bell. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Bing!
Revel's End is that prison.
Yep. He will say that, he'll basically say that Tariq is to be your guide to the bell. I will show him the way. If he is to redeem himself from the crimes of his people, he will have to do more than just walk beside us.
Okay.
Our accord is met then. To you, Phasian, I must say that I have gained much respect for your people as well, and though I find it unlikely my clan will ever come across yours, if they do, I will let them know that you are friends.
Not.
Always be friends of the Snowdrifters.
A small grin curls across his face. Be mindful and be careful, for your journey to Angajuk's Bell will lead you through Sadafa tribe territory.
Oh, fuck.
There's any Veers we can rescue on the way. We know where to send them.
Do you know where they make camp?
He doesn't. He just knows that the general area of where they hunt, right? And he will also sort of explain that the reindeer that they've been following just entered their territory, so they're kind of fucked. Like they're gonna stay here and see what they can do, but they kind of fucked in that scenario.
If you head directly south from where we're at, near the You may come across a woods with an abundance of animals in there, but you'd be leaving your territory to get there.
And he tries not to go too far towards Kelvin's Cairn. Too many people. They the Regheads, as a rule of thumb, try to stay away from 10-towners, so that there is no miscommunication. They're not like some of the other tribes, like the Kalb tribe or basically any of the other tribes. They kind of just fucking kill on sight. But the Sadiq try to stay away so that there's no miscommunication. Nobody gets hurt.
Well, believe me, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
You have done well to prove yourselves. You may not be Reghed people, but he like touches his chest. You have the Reghed spirit within all of you.
Nod and go ahead.
I was gonna say it's been it was a march. I'll just say that.
My Sahir tells me that it is a necessary journey, a necessary struggle, and it will help you in your future endeavors. I am not one to question my Sahir.
Speaking of which, we should go check on our friend.
Screen wipe. We go over to Quintus. You see her palanquin, right? That has been like sort of set on the ground. She is still in it. She did not exit during the battle. She's blind. So you sort of approach. There are a couple of warriors that sort of guard her tent. As you approach, they sort of peek it open, say something to her, and then they sort of allow you to make audience with her inside. V, you're there too. Although both of you won't fit in the palanquin, only one of you.
I guess I'll just.
V wouldn't have been falling too closely anyway. She wanted
Okay.
to give Quintus a little bit of space, but she'll
Okay.
wait outside.
Okay, perfect. So Quintus, remember you are not privy to any of the information that your friends just got.
Yeah.
So you can talk to the source if you want to.
Yeah.
So you hop into this palanquin and you can see her. She's got her burqa on where you can only see just the little bits of her eyes, right? And you can see that she's holding in her hand a candle that's burning. You know, got a little thing catch the wax, but she's just like holding a candle. What brings you here?
I need your help. How do I get rid of the Sadafa curse?
I am afraid that the curse runs deep within you, if you have already been bitten. There is not much that I can do for you. For I do not wield this. See, they have another word. It's Sahir is a magic user, but Sahar is the magic itself. I think she'll say, like, I do not have the power, the gift with the Sahar. I am only a diviner, basically, she says. But I may be able to offer you some guidance. This island that you seek, on it are many powerful Sahirs. Ones that worship a dark god of ice. They may have the power in which you seek to remove this curse from you, though convincing them to do so may not be a simple task.
That's it. There's nothing else. No killing the one who bit me. No
I'm afraid not.
tracing back the line. Fuck. Yeah, he'll just say thanks and leave.
She will like reach out and grab you, which is surprising because she's fucking blind, right? And she'll just grab you by your arm. She'll say, "There's more I wish to tell you. This island in which you seek, it is a very dangerous place. It is said to be supernaturally cold and protected by ancient dark powers. Know this, you cannot stay long upon the shores of this island, else you will join the many frozen corpses that are said to be scattered across it. I'm sorry that I cannot help you further, but I have done all that I can for you."
Yeah, he just walks away.
Cool. You see Quintus, agitated maybe, slide out of the tent,
Yeah.
out of this little palanquin.
Visibly irritated.
Take it not good.
Just let's walk for 14 hours and this is what I get.
Party is joined as everyone sort of reconvenes.
Good news, Quintus.
No.
Any ideas for how to cure it?
My best bet is apparently convincing a child of Oral to cure me.
Isle of Solstice, Child of Oral?
Got to make it there first, too.
Oh, yeah.
He has
Well-
another terrible idea, but he doesn't share that one.
At least we know where we gotta go, I guess.
Now, even worse news. There's a
What's
time limit on the island. We spent too much time on it. We'll essentially become petrified in ice.
100%.
So that was the bad news. What's the good?
We know where to find a fish. Or no, I don't know that.
Yeah, do you guys know that?
Oh
Did you
yeah, we'll
guys
be like,
tell
oh
that?
well, that was the bad news. Well, here's the good news. We know where to find
There
big
we go.
fish.
So them
Ah.
fucking Goliaths weren't too far off, were they?
Yeah.
Not bad for people who lived in a mountain and never seen a whale before.
Turns out giant fish, they just meant a whale.
Pretty good description of
I'll look at
whale.
Ellie can be like, do you even know what the whale is?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, upon thinking about it, yeah, Illiken will be like, well, he's a little, he's a little shy about it now. He's become self-aware. I don't exactly. It is just a big fish, right? I mean, they don't quite look like fish, I've heard, but
You know what? They're a big fish. Let's just leave it at that.
Illiken will be like, yeah, that makes sense. Big fish, that's awesome. Just walk off.
He reinforces his fishing pole.
Yeah.
All right, so we know where we gotta go then.
Problem is, we're going to be going to Sadiqa tribe territories. We get in there, that's the fun part. So this tribe of raiders who just took half this Sadiq tribe prisoner for lunch. We're gonna be going through their home.
It's nothing we can't handle. We just gotta be real careful.
and help
And,
us be sneaky, of course.
Suppose I'll bring up the other time limit. I have 12 days.
Mm,
How long is it going to take us to get to the bell? 2, 3.
Is this still Remores territory?
Oh yeah, but you
Oh,
will
then.
have Tariq to guide you.
I was
As
just
long as
thinking
you have
about.
a Reged with you, you are less likely to encounter Remores.
I was just trying to see if can we jump back on our sleds now, or are we gonna bring the wrath of the Remores down? Which it seems like that's still the case.
Well, let's rest up.
It wouldn't be fun if you guys could just teleport there.
Just wait till I get teleportation.
Woo, I can't wait.
What levels are you at that spell at?
13.
Yeah, I'm not getting that spell this
Woo, what a campaign. All right.
Oh.
As I'll just real quick, surrounding you, the camp will, the Reged people will continue with their lives. Some of which will take the dead away. Far, far away. Like there's a whole hunting party that just leaves with all the dead bodies to bring them very far away from the camp, as to not draw predators. But other than that, people are starting to do camp stuff, so you guys can discuss.
So, just a thought. If we were to be going by foot and not by sled, should we perhaps leave the sled with the dogs, with the Sadiq people? Less to carry through the tundra?
I don't know if we.
Valen will say, I'm not too keen on leaving behind my dogs.
Don't we also kind of need all our shit?
There's not much on the sled, is there?
Sure.
I thought the sled was literally
Yeah.
just a bunch of dead dogs.
Yeah, I thought so too. I think it's like a tent or two,
I
maybe.
I have a tent, bedroll, and I think that's it on the.
Yeah, so it's a minor
So we
gear.
don't need them.
I can carry all my stuff on my person. So.
I'm just thinking, if we're gonna be hauling through the tundra and we're gonna be asking Big Smile or Illican to be dragging a sled the whole way.
Well, we do have the Shield Guardian, who, if you want, you can just strap all the gear to. And he can carry a fucking shitload of stuff. He is not encumbered by any amount of weight.
Yeah, and then Illican and Big Smile can pick up the slack. Should be doable.
I mean, it'll probably be tough to take a bunch of sleds on this. I guess we can put it on the ship. Are we going to need it for the isle itself? It might help us get around the island quickly if we're going to be on the clock once we get there.
I'm not sure, but if we leave the sleds and dogs, where will we leave them? With the Sadiq? I'm not so sure about that.
I don't even know if they'd want to take them.
Plus, they're probably going to move.
Yeah,
We
might
have
as well.
No idea where to find them.
We might as well take them with us. And
Valen will say that what her idea is to maybe take them to where this giant whale is, leave them there, and just get dropped back off when they're done. Hopefully everything works out that way. We're really unclear about how that's going to go, but
all right. Well, I mean, we can cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose.
Yeah, well, if there's a ship on the whale, maybe we could get them on it.
Yeah.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Let's get to the ship first. That's got to be priority 1 here.
If we're hoofing it, how many days will it take us?
so you move only marginally faster when. Remember how the girl, werewolf girl, tiger girl, what's her name?
Azaka?
Azaka. Remember how Azaka got a feature where you guys can move a little bit faster when she's in your party? Same thing with Tariq. You guys can move a little bit faster when you're with Tariq.
So if it's 18 miles.
Then I'll say it's 16 miles. total
2 days.
for 2 days.
2 days.
2 8-hour days. V, how you feeling? Are you up for another 2 days of trekking?
Well, honestly, that first one wasn't as terrible as I thought it would be, but I think a night's rest might do me well.
Let's hope we rest up tonight. We're all good to hoof it on foot the next 2 days to the bell.
Agreed.
Don't have the luxury of time.
Yeah. Well, let's get what rest we can tonight then.
All right. So, Valin will set up the dome as you guys can sort of get your rest inside of this, little study, dome-shaped study. However, sometime during the rest, but not like when everyone's sleeping, when everybody's sort of settling down, you can see a person in the opaqueness of the thing standing outside of the dome, and he sort of timidly waves his hand. It's the old guy that you guys have saved like twice now.
Twice and a half if he didn't get kidnapped by the wolf raiders.
Yeah, he's good to go, and he's sort of waving at you like he wants to speak.
Gabar, I think your friend's here.
Oh shit! Just standing there.
It seems like he's got something under his arm.
Well, I'll poke my head out of the dome. Be like, hello.
He begins to speak to you in this language that you don't understand.
Give me 1 second. And I pop back into my tent, and I did prepare comprehend languages today.
Okay.
Pop that off right quick, and I'll poke my head back out and be like, yes.
He will tell you that his name is. Hold up, I'll tell you right now. His name's Abdul. And he will say that he is so appreciative of you, what you all have done. You have protected the tribe. You have shown mighty strength, and he admires you, right? And this is a lot coming from an elder, right? He practices the old ways, and he is telling you that you are like honorary regeds in his mind, right? And he will extend out towards you a bag. It's this sort of leather bag, and has little bone, like little teeth bone things that dangle off of it, and like one of them is is like sort of the latch, like a little bone latch, right? But you will see engraved in the leather of it are giant runes, right? Like the runes of the giants, right? And he will sort of express to you that this has been in his family for generations, and he wants you to have it.
That's his oh wait, he can't understand me.
You can try to communicate,
Thank you.
He sort of bows down, and he just presents you with this bag. It's like a sort of side satchel thing.
Can't you read languages?
I can. Yes, I can. I can
I
read.
guess this counts,
Isn't
right?
that giant?
Kind of. I'll say you can
I
get
don't know,
some.
I was just wondering.
You can get some sort of knowledge out of it. I think one of them would represent like a chief or a king, right? And another one would represent like a field or like wide open space. And some of the other ones are just like magic. You know what I mean? Like this is empowering this bag some magical kind of way. And he like gives it out to you. And if you accept it, he will like bow down to you so deeply. And he'll say something to the effect of, I wish you luck on your journey. And the tribe speaks of how you are going to, bring an end to this winter. And I wish the Shai al-Dalim, the maker of kings, Remoraz, I wish that he gives you guidance or whatever. Spiritual bullshit.
Yeah, I'll accept the bag if. Am I the only one outside the dome, or like other
Mhm.
people join me, or
I think it's just you.
no? Just me. All right. Well,
You guys
I'll,
can see the encounter, but it's mostly just Gabar.
Yeah, I'll like reach up as tall as I can to accept the package, and then I'll
Yep.
give him a bow back and be
Yep.
like, "Thank you and best of luck. Don't die.
He doesn't understand you, but the sentiment
Walk faster."
is there. Yeah. The sentiment is there as he's like very thankful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take this bag. You have
Okay.
it.
All right. If he takes his leave after, I'll turn back and head back into the tent or the dome. And be like, yeah, the old guy just gave this to me.
What's in it?
I open up the bag.
It looks empty.
It's a bag.
Oh,
It's got dwarven runes on it though, and I don't know. He said it's been in his family for generations.
suppose that's a nice gesture.
I suppose it could be. I'll know in about 10 minutes from now.
All right. So you begin to cast Identify.
Yes.
Cool. What would the rest of you guys like to do? Anything? Or just wait anxiously to find out what this bag could possibly be?
Big Smell's not waiting. He's just going to bed. He's
Okay.
old and tired and cold. And
He beat some ass earlier. Gotta get that rest in.
yeah.
Yeah, Ella can snooze in for sure. He's got that level of exhaustion.
Does anybody want to take a shot in the dark at what this is?
Bag of holding.
Bag of holding, baby!
Bag of holding.
Bag of
Oh,
devouring.
I thought it was giant summoning.
Well, that's why I was curious about the
Oh.
identify. What'd you
Yeah.
say, Nate?
Giant summoning.
So you will
Pull
learn.
giants out the bag.
Pull
It's like the
giants out
bag of tricks, but you're just pulling storm giants, fire giant.
Making a note. So
Not in my house, no.
So I
Not
will
again.
say you will learn from your identify that this is an ancient frost giant's bag, right? And that if it hasn't been in the hands of humans for so long, it would be much fucking bigger. But magical items can resize themselves to sort of suit the person that they are being held by. So this is a shrunken frost giant's bag of holding.
Miniature giant bag.
Miniature giant bag. Like the hamsters. Miniature giant space bag.
I don't know a lot about D&D, but I feel like that item is like a pretty big staple for Dungeons and Dragons, the bag of holding.
We never
Yeah, when
got one in the
I-
last campaign, did we? Did we?
No, we
you
got it.
You got it from the spider. The
We got it
Yeah,
pretty
your
early
second
on, I
trip
thought.
to Port Ontario, like
Yeah,
one
Oh,
time we
yeah.
came back.
You got
You're
the
right.
dinosaur race, and that lady was like, "Oh, death cursed up," and she was like, "Hey, here's
That's
I'm
right.
your sponsor now." But now you have one.
Cool.
Fantastic.
The new
That's
Now we
Sonari
know
can
where the
stop-
dogs are going.
Yeah, it solves that issue.
Oh no.
Well,
It
is
sure
it?
did solve that issue.
Thanks for the family heirloom. We're gonna stuff a bunch of dead dogs into it.
I
think
will say,
everyone understands.
I will say, I think Gavar, as you study it a little bit and like do your identify, you know that there's like a couple of objects in there. Most of them are stupid. There's like 2 spears in there, some like dried meats stuff. It's mostly
Are you
just
eating the dried meat that I pull out of there?
It's just random supplies. It's been in there.
Well, I guess that solves the problem of who has to carry everything. Unless we just want the shield guardian to do it anyways.
Bolin will say, "Oh, so this is my magical bag now." I'm just totally just joking.
Side eye the shit out of it.
Totally just joking. Totally joking.
Yeah, it's one of those like unless.
Well, quite to find. It's a little big for me. If someone else wouldn't mind carrying it, though.
I mean, Big Small's asleep, but in the
Bolin's
morning.
ears perk up.
I'll just like go over to Big Smile and just like kind of pick his head up for a second and slide the strap
Sure.
around it.
Sure.
I'll figure out what to do with it from there in the morning. I think.
Just hold on to it for now.
Put 2 and 2 together. Sure,
Cool.
I can hold it.
All right, cool. So, is there anything you guys would wish to discuss for the night?
I would like to discuss something.
Okay. You can do it on a rest or whatever. Go ahead. Set the scene, please.
Yeah, so I guess Gabar is fucking with this bag a little bit. But I don't want to be loud, so I'll talk in his head. And I'll say, you have a moment?
Still unnerving every time that happens. Yeah, what's up?
Sorry, I tried to get your attention, but you were
Sorry,
occupied.
this bag is just fucking crazy. Anyways, yeah, what's up?
Well, you see, I'm having quite a dilemma. Lynn, she has the capabilities of that spell that cures curses, I believe.
She used that pearl of power that we took out of the last tomb of the Dalim. And it seemed to have worked. So yeah.
Would I'm interested in that ability, but honestly, I can't bring myself to asking her for a favor.
Right, yeah, the whole, you need anything from her, she's gonna want to see the crystals.
Right. However, I could owe a good friend of mine a favor.
I'd love to help, but I'd have to get my hands on her spellbook long enough to be able to get that spell written down. That would take me a day to do so. If I could get her spellbook for a day, I could, but I don't. It would either be stealing from her, and that she wouldn't like that, or we'd have to find something to trade her for me to be able to borrow the spellbook long enough for me to get that spell from her, and she is very stingy with her spells.
As a wizard should
So-
be, though. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. This isn't. These aren't Pokemon trading cards.
You guys just hate on her so much. I gotta.
No, I haven't given her any of my
defend her.
spells.
She's a
I
little
know.
bit of a bitch.
Just if resting bitch face was an attitude, like that's
Like, yeah, she's lucky she knows she's a bitch.
nothing wrong with it.
So-
I get where she's coming from. I'm just saying she could be nicer. Do we have anything that we know that she wants other than the crystals that we could perhaps trade?
I have nothing. The crystal's the only thing I have that she might be interested in.
Oh yeah.
Maybe in the future we might come across something. I'm not sure. What were you gonna say?
I have this other spell book that I have Sand's spell book. I could give her that for the spell, but that's me giving up a lot of spells I never had time to transfer over to my book yet that I had planned. I could perhaps trade her that, or I have this other spell book from this Asterix wizard, but she, looking through her spells now, was a little bit of an underachiever. Probably not into lots in there that would interest Valin's fancy.
Maybe if that one's less important to you, it wouldn't hurt to try, but I'd hate for you to have to give something up that you're working on.
Yes, I could do Dzan's spell book. I think she would actually jump at the opportunity to have his spell book, knowing their past history with each other. Let me see what I haven't had time to copy down yet. Yeah, I really wanted animate objects. And just illusory script so I can just talk shit to people. What's the time frame on this? How are we looking? This is about you getting rid of the curse of, the, no offense, feebleness, I'd assume.
Well, that, sure.
Is there another curse you were trying to lift?
No, that one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well,
She says unconvincingly.
Insight check. I'd the sooner the better, of course. Let me. Give me one moment.
Honestly, no. Really, I was just wondering if there was anything convenient. But I'd imagine if you could get your hands on her spellbook like that, you would have already done so.
Well, I just never had assumed that I'd need a remove curse before. It's not really falling under my particular area of expertise, but it would take me, like I said, a full day or multiple nights of resting to be able to copy that down. And so it wouldn't be something that we could quick snatch and grab and then just have done in an hour or so.
understand.
Perhaps the next
Well,
magic item we find that is of value, we could perhaps try to offer to let her take for just a small favor of us copying down that spell.
I agree. What? Well, what that bag is that not? I mean, I think it's very useful for all of us, but I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind.
I'd feel bad asking Illican and Big Smile to have to haul all those dead dogs across the tundra even longer. Yeah, with this, we could just at least shove them in there. But
Well, wouldn't that benefit her?
if we refuse to carry her shit for her, I'd be okay with trading that bag for the spell. I say unconvincingly.
It's like I said, it's fine. But if we come across another in the future, I'm sure I'll be okay.
Of course, yes, we'll just inform the rest of the party that should we come across anything of value, of Valin's particular interests, to pass it off to her.
Right.
For
Quintus and I have spoken already, but I'll just keep an eye out.
I don't think we really have any other magic items that she'd be interested in.
All right. Anything else happening
I have one.
tonight? Oh. Yeah, okay. Anything else that anybody wants to talk about tonight? We're good.
We're good.
Get a long rest. Do your things. What's today's date?
18th.
17th.
Nah, we went a
Today?
whole day yesterday of travel. So it would be 2 days.
Oh, sorry.
from
No,
the
you're
last
right. Yeah,
time.
18th.
Yeah, I'd be pretty worried if I was Quintus. That full moon's cabinet.
Oh no.
We're gonna have 2 furry friends to deal with.
I got a couple ideas, but one of them involves capturing a crag cat.
Okay.
Wouldn't the whole
Alright.
Sadava tribe just be real wolves?
No, I'm just kidding.
Isn't that how that works?
There, you'll see. You'll have to find out. You did hear several times that the Dalim worships a dark god. So you know what that means.
Oh, it's
As players.
Burl, though, not Malar.
We'll have to see, I guess, huh? You guys don't know shit. Anyways, they hunt people. They eat human flesh. What does that sound like? Anyways, I'm talking to players, not characters. So you guys get a long rest. I want to do one more thing. So in the morning, the camp is basically set up.
Excuse me.
Is there anything that you guys want to talk to the Regheads about before you leave?
Quintus would be satisfied if he never saw Reggae again.
Well, you're shit out of luck because you're probably gonna run into some more here, in the far north. All right, you are told goodbye by there's a sort of meaningful conversation between Amar and Sapphira. Fazian will sort of wish all of you good luck and farewell, and that you guys, the Shai Al Dalim watches over you. And you guys set off on your journey with Tariq. Tariq sort of leading the way. Now,
Fucker, he's coming with us.
yep,
He's guiding us.
he's got.
Yeah, Quintus just wasn't there for the conversation.
that's
was
true,
he?
yeah.
All right, so you guys can travel like 7.5 or whatever. Wait, how long did it? You said it was how many hours?
You said
there?
16 before, with like
It's gonna take
adjusted for
6
Tariq.
So what's half 16
8,
8.
so 2 days.
days? All right, so hold up. How do you do the thing? Grab it and then click. Yeah. 8. Booyah! All right, so you guys travel through the day. Will you begin your travel through the day? There's no need. It's dark as fuck. The further north you get, the more dark it is, right? And as you guys travel through the day, it's pretty quiet. You're not noticing any big remoras, any sort of, or any animal life at all, for that matter. However, you can see faintly distant shoreline, right? Because this ground is like flat almost. Or maybe as you go up a hill or something, you can sort of see just faintly off in the distance the shoreline, right, of the sea of moving ice. You guys travel, a couple hours into the day, leaving the Reghead camp behind. As you walk, Gabar, you are surprised, and so is everyone else, as a pair of hands burst from the snow and grab onto your feet and drag you into the snow. Not very deep, but like waist deep, right? And this figure, and so you start struggling against it, beginning to cast your spell, whatever you're doing, right? This figure pulls itself out of the snow, and you will see an undead face, right? It's got, let's see, hold on, let me find it.
The bitch knows we're coming.
Let's see what we got here. I could see Will's internal panic.
Right now, you're gonna do this to me?
Oh yeah. Okay. He's got like a bandana on is frozen to his head, right? His nose has been completely frostbitten off. He's got patches of frostbite all over his face. It's sunken and shallow. He's got these unglowing undead eyes with a fucking shaggy beard. Gavar, you would recognize who this once was. As quartermaster, Marland, what is the name? Marland Amar, I think is his name. And you can see beneath his coat the skeletal remains. And he will, and this is what he looks like as he grabs you, buries half of you in the snow, pulls his face this close to you, like fucking Pirates of the Caribbean, like fucking, do you believe in ghost stories? And you're in one, right? No, but he grabs you by the fucking legs, pull you in, and he said, "You filthy little gnome, you cursed me to this wretched existence." And he's gonna try to grab you and start suffocating you to death. And we're gonna end the session now.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, this fucker.
Do you say the hands emerged from the ground?
The snow, yeah.
Shit.
Like he was waiting.
Shit.
Quartermaster Amarat. Where do we know this guy from?
You don't know this guy.
Nobody knows this guy
Nobody
except
knows
for me.
this guy except for Gavar.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do
Alright.
nothing. I'm innocent.
We're about to find out, aren't we?
What is going on?
All right. Well,
Damn.
Why is your first instinct to say I'm innocent?
Because he's not.
we're about to find out, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's fucking wild.
Yep.
I thought we were still too far away from the Duchess for this
Oh
shit.
man, he knows where he knows where you are. He will always know where you are. It's okay. We'll talk about it next time.
All right.
Ooh.
It really is like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, like a rep.
Yeah.
He's a rabbit.
What a reference, Jay. I love that quote.
I know, that's just what he reminded me of, You're in one. That's just so good. All right, so yeah, he grabs you and yells at you, and
Shit.
everybody gets their spells ready, like, what the fuck is this? And we end the session there.
They're there.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Oh man!
Sonar fucking whips his staff out, boy. It's ready to go.
Undead cage
Another-
fight.
Undead
Yeah.
cage
Yeah,
fight.
that's right.
Let's get it.
So I was gonna have like
Century.
jealous girlfriend vibes. Well, it's this other skeletal undead who's trying to grab at you.
Oh wow, that's
Oh,
great.
love it.
right.
We're on for next
Oh.
week.
Yeah,
Perfect.
right. Because Gio, you're gonna be gone, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it, and you guys
Yeah.
are gonna play the campaign.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then,
I'm gonna stall. We're doing great on time. Like, this took a lot longer than I wanted it to, so that's perfect.
How long you gone in Japan for, Gio?
about 2 weeks exactly.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So I was thinking we were gonna do the 12th, do the 19th, miss the 26th. I think that's what we're gonna do.
And
Yep.
we'll be back in action.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how the campaign's going. Depends on how long everything takes and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like you, Chris. Now I'm gonna have to like watch the the videos on YouTube.
Yeah. It'll be at least a lot of. I don't think you need a VPN or anything in Japan. Like it's pretty open there. So
Yeah, and I switched my cell carrier, so it should be like it's T-Mobile now. I have.